Ladies and gentlemen, Boswell Media Sports presents Friday Night Football.
Boswell Media Sports presents...
Ladies and gentlemen, Boswell Media Sports presents Friday Night Football.
Boswell Media Sports presents Leake Academy Rebel Football. Now, here is the voice of the Rebels,
Philip Palmertree.
It's week 9 of Leake Academy football on Friday, October 24. A whole lot of eyes will be on us as the number 2 Rebels meet up with number 1 Tri-County tonight in Flora. Last Friday, Leake made it 6 wins in a row, traveling to Louisiana to take down district foe Riverfield 45-16. LA was in a 4-quarter battle, though, with the run-oriented Raiders. In the final quarter, the Leake defense grabbed 2 takeaways that were converted into scores, and that put the game away. Senior QB George Wilcox was stellar again, completing 17 of 21 passes for 287 yards and 4 TDs, 3 to junior Gage Warren and another to junior Easton Page. And Garrett Adcock was hard to tackle in the ground game, notching 83 yards on 10 carries, and he found the end zone twice. Tri-County, they put together some kind of run in the old MAIS 4A. Of course, now they're with Leake in 3A, but they are back-to-back state champions. Not only that, 3 out of the last 4. Coach Philip Wasson's Rebels have gone 57-4 in the last 4+ years with a rock-solid D-line and a high-scoring rushing offense. So tonight, the division title and a number 1 playoff seed are at stake as 2 of the state's best meet in a long-anticipated showdown. Buckle in. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Crossgates Jewelers pregame. I'm Philip Palmertree. Billy Steen is our studio producer, and Brooklyn Wade is behind the camera. You found us on Cruisin' 98 or the free Cruisin' 98 mobile app. There's also a live stream to the audio available at kicks96news.com. Click on the Cruisin' 98 Listen Live tab. You can watch LA football on the Triple M Motors video stream, and there's a link to it available in the news stories at kicks96news.com. That takes you to the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. Tonight's broadcast is powered by Central Electric Power Association. Before we kick off at the top of the hour, I'll give you the Philadelphia Gun and Pawn starters. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup between these 2 sets of Rebels. But first, we'll hear from Leake's head coach, Brian Pickkins. All that is straight ahead as the Crossgates Jewelers pregame continues from Boswell Media Sports.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Baptist League Rural Health Clinics have a variety of healthcare options with primary care, pediatrics, and women's health. Providing care at 3 locations in Carthage, Walnut Grove, and Madden. Call 601-267-1470 today to schedule your appointment. Extended hours and Saturdays are available at our primary care clinic located in Carthage. Baptist League, making your health care our number 1 priority.
Walk into the shimmering world of Crossgates Jewelers and Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story. The memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologist will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repairs ensures your cherished items are in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
Thanks to Rosebud General Store, I can get all I need to work the farm right here at home.
Because they go hand in hand with what you use. Spreaders, hay bale rings, cattle catch pins, head gates, and fencing supplies. And let's not forget a great clothing department with boots and shoes to clothe the whole family.
Plus feed and medicine for all our animals, and even a deli to feed us farmers at lunch. That's my faithful friends at Rosebud General Store, Highway 487 East in Rosebud.
Life is full of surprises, but with the right insurance, you can be prepared for whatever comes your way.
At South Group Insurance, they offer tailored insurance solutions for your home, auto, business, and farm. Whether it's protecting your family or securing your future, they're always there to help.
South Group Insurance agents are local, experienced, and ready to help provide personalized service that's right for you.
South Group Insurance, just off the Court Square in Carthage.
Ready for your next ride? Triple M Motors has been serving you for 54 years, offering unbeatable prices and an impressive selection to match every lifestyle. With easy financing options and top-notch service long after you drive away, your car buying experience is hassle-free. Name that's been in your corner for over 5 decades. Stop by Triple M Motors today and see why our customers keep coming back, generation after generation. Triple M Motors, Highway 35, Carthage.
Welcome back. The Crossgates Jewelers pregame continues from Flora as we get ready for Leake and Tri-County in a big district ball game in Week 9. And we've got the Rebels head coach Brian Pickkins on the line with us to talk about it. Coach, good to have you.
Oh, great to be up here with you.
Hey, we had a really good win last week over Riverfield. We went over to Louisiana, got a district win against the Raiders. 45-16 was the final. But I think you and I agree that seeing that 29-point margin doesn't really tell the whole story of the ball game, because it was a 4-quarter physical ball game, wasn't it?
Oh, really physical. I mean, our defense had to play real physical. I will be honest with you, it may probably been one of the most physical games I have seen our defense have to play in several years. You know, yeah, we were in the 5A and we played some really good football teams, but when you take Riverfield's size of their offensive line and tight ends and some of those backs, and then you mix that with a group that's really been coached. You know, I'm going to give Riverfield, you know, their credit. Those offensive linemen. And one of the first things I look at when I start a film and people say, you know, what do you look at on a film? And people think we're looking at, is it cover, 2? Is it cover 3? Is it cover 4? Or, how many is in the box and all the stuff that you need to look at, First thing I look at, I just watch their offensive linemen, and you can tell how well a team is coached by the way their offensive linemen perform. And these guys were well coached, the double teams, the pulling and trapping, their execution on stretch block, just things like that. You can look at their feet, you can look at their hands. They were really well coached, and so when you combine that with size, you know you're gonna have your work cut out for you. And I knew that Sunday. Well, Saturday night when I first got the films from them and started looking at them, you knew this was gonna be a physical football game. And then they have a lot of guys. Riverfield's a small community, and usually when you see that, there's gonna be a lot of pride in that football team and in all their athletic teams. But you knew that this was probably the highlight of the week was Friday night, and that's exactly what it was. And it was homecoming, and you add all that together, you knew these kids were going to come out ready to play. First drive, I was really proud of our kids because they were what you call a 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And and the philosophy on that is if you can get 3 yards every play on 4th and 1, you're gonna get 3 yards and get first down. And that was their philosophy, and they stuck with it the whole night. They never abandoned it, and that's what made it the physical football game it was. And it was the first series. They had it like a 4th down and a big quarterback, and we stopped him and got the football. I think that's where George hit, Gage. Gage had a huge night, 3 touchdown receptions. George went up for 4 touchdowns, hit Easton on another one, and then had 2 touchdowns, and George had 1 rushing touchdown. So proud of what we did. We executed what we said we had to. We felt like that with a team that was going to grind it at you, like had to be explosive on offense. We had to put points on the board early and out of what they were, they're just pounded at you, but we never really could. The game kind of stayed close enough. I think we wound up making it a 2-score game. Comfort, because like I said, just kept that ball, kept pounding it at you, and as a head coach, you always scared one of them things are going to pop free, and then they're going to sit in the end zone, and then you better respond. But our offense, they did respond, and like I said, I thought on defense, played extremely hard. One of the big things was we had 2 turnovers. They had 2 turnovers, which when you got that type of offense, that's That's very detrimental and a real positive thing for us. And Brendan Evans had, he had a huge game Friday night. He had a fumble recovery. I can't remember who caused the fumble. I can't remember if it was Monk or Pig or one of them caused the fumble. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think it was Carter Pig.
Carter Pig. Okay, I was thinking it was Pig. Caused the fumble, then Brendan got on it, and then Brendan had a huge interception late in the game. That led to points for us, and that's what you want in a game like that. You're going to stand over there, you're going to get hit. Like I told you on the coaches show, all 11 kids were getting hit because they had so many people in that box. We were having to bring folks in that box. So whether you were a D lineman, a linebacker, or a DB, you were getting hit on each and every play. And their guys are coming downfield to block you, and very physical game, but I felt like it was really good for us. It was a game that, and I don't mean this egotistically, but it's a game we needed after the last 4 weeks of the clock, being run and, our starters sitting down after halftime. We needed to be pressed for 4 quarters. And so, like I said, there comes a point in time as you go through a season, you need certain things to make yourself better. And I always tell our kids that every week. Every week, I always tell them, strive to make yourself better. And, everybody thinks it's a rah-rah. A lot of times that's what I'm telling them. Tonight, you go out and you make yourself better because, we're building on something. The foundation was laid back in week 1 and 2, and now from here on out, every snap of a football, whether it's practice or game, make yourself better. And, and that was a game that I think really made us better. I think it pushed us to be able to play 4 quarters. And, as a coach, that's something that you do worry about as you go through a season and we hit this point. And look, I've been on both sides of everything as long as I've coached. But, as a coach, it'd be stupid for me not to say, hey, it's fun that you get up, the clock gets to run. That means your team has executed the way they should have. But you also, as a coach, you also have that double-edged sword that you're going, okay, what's going to happen if we get into a long football game? What's going to happen when somebody presses us? How are we going to respond? And I thought we responded well to it. Had a big goal line stand down there late in the second quarter. Us going at halftime up by 10, 18-8. Later on in the game, I think we were up a couple of touchdowns, and we needed something to happen. We need to get the ball back to give ourselves a bigger cushion, and that's when Brendan had the interception. We had a couple of stops there in the second half that we needed. All in all, it was a great football game. Number one, because we won, we had success, we executed. But number two, it was a game that pushed us physically, and so I was happy to see that. And that's a long drive, and I think that's something that in high school we don't account for. And I wonder a lot of times when I see the new ACC where Florida State goes and plays California now. I think, how are they getting those guys that are leaving the East Coast to go play on the West Coast for a conference game? But very similar. We were on that bus for a long time. We left at 1, stopped at 8, and got off that bus about 5:15. That's a lot of time on a bus, and that kind of has a little wear on you being on a bus that long. So I thought our kids came out and did a great job early in the game and continued it on throughout the night.
When we come back from the break, we'll continue this theme of physical football, and we'll talk with Rebels head coach Brian Pickkins about the Leake Academy offensive line. So stay where you are as the Crossgates Jewelers pregame continues.
Roll into Junction Deli, where nourishment meets journey. On the menu, delectable breakfast, lunch, and supper. Whether you're in Philadelphia, Newton, Union, Carthage, Louisville, Oxford, or Scuba, we're the local pit stop that blends the allure of delicious food with the convenience of a fuel station. Remember, when your stomach grumbles or your tank covers on empty, we're just around the corner. Download the Junction app for ordering convenience and look for the new car wash in Louisville next to Walmart.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplement. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280 on the north side of the square in Carthage.
Sunrise over Neshoba County signals another hard-working day. And locals know just where to get the job done right. Neshoba County Co-op serves our community, supporting farmers, gardeners, and home growers with trusted supplies and friendly advice. From feed and seed to hardware and clothing, every aisle is filled with the essentials you use to make your living. Rooted in Mississippi traditions, the Neshoba County Co-op is proud to help your work flourish every season, every reason. Neshoba County Co-op, Philadelphia.
My knee rehab was 100% successful thanks to Performance Therapy. They sat down with me and created a plan to ensure I would achieve my personal rehabilitation goals, and they encouraged me to get the most out of every session. Performance Therapy provided plenty of material for me to continue my rehab in between sessions too. Hopefully I don't have to see them in the future, but if I did, I would definitely choose Performance Therapy again.
For more information, go to performancetherapyms.com. Performance Therapy, Carthage, Philadelphia, and Forest.
When dealing with something as complex as taxes and payroll can be, you can turn to Weaver Tax and Accounting to make things easier. Their professional staff works diligently to make sure your business and personal returns are complete and finished in a timely manner. Weaver Tax and Accounting will also execute your bookkeeping and payroll, bringing you the best in tax services since 1979. Weaver Tax and Accounting, 20 South Street, Sebastopol, and 109 Chadwick Avenue in Walnut Grove.
When it comes to finding the perfect home, experience matters. Lee Realty is connecting buyers with quality new construction homes tailored to their needs. Hey, it's Stacey O'Neill with Lee Realty. Whether you're starting fresh or upgrading, our team will guide you every step of the way, making the process simple, smooth, and stress-free. Ready to get started? Give us a call today.
We don't want everyone's business, just yours. Lee Realty, 206 West Pickkins Street, Philadelphia, 601-562-7123.
Welcome back. We're bringing you more of the Crossgates Jewelers pregame before Leake and Tri-County kick off at 7 o'clock, and Leake Academy head football coach Brian Pickkins is with us. And during this segment, we like to highlight different position groups on the football team. And I know this is always your favorite subject to talk about, and that is the work done in the trenches, the work of both intelligence and physicality that comes together in the work of an offensive line. So, Coach, I've teed it up for you, and I'm turning you loose on it.
Oh, well, you know me now. We could miss the game if I get to talk about offensive line play. But look, those are the guys that, as a football coach, you love them. You know, for years that's what I was. I was the offensive line coach, and just to tell you how important that position is, I always say your best fundamental coach has to be the one coaching that offensive line. But because they're just such an important part to your offense, and the physicality of your whole team, because those defensive linemen have to practice against them, and so they are the foundation of everything up there. And like I said, just to show you how important they are and everybody on here knows that, I became the head of school 10 years ago. And there would be certain things that would happen that sometimes, it's very few and far between, but certainly it happened where maybe I might have to be just a little late for practice or have to leave a practice early. So I, that's when I stopped becoming the offensive line coach. Coach Ray now does them. He does a super job. Those kids, I always say the offensive line and their coach is a special bond, and I kind of miss that sometimes because that's the guy that they hear all the time. And, but he does a super job with them. But that's how important I feel about them, that, hey, they have to have one guy dedicated all the time to them. But, before we get into the intricacies of the offensive line, we'll talk about the guys that are up there. We've got Connor Moore, who's our center, and he's been there now 3 years. Started as a sophomore. Tanner Walsworth, who's a junior, he started there 3 years, started as a ninth grader. John White Tanner's our right guard. John White is our left guard, and he's been starting in that line for 3 years. And then we got Lane Stewart. He's a first-year starter at our right tackle, doing a super job for us. And then our left tackle is John David Thomas. He's a junior also, and doing a super job. We have some guys that can rotate in. We've been very fortunate this year not to have injuries. John David had a an injury about, I guess, 2 weeks ago, but he was able to come back middle of the week from it. But Talon Dillard went in there for him. Quentin Harris goes in and our guards. And so, like I said, we've got those guys that can give us some backups and relieve somebody if we have something where they got to come out of a game. But yeah, what that group does, and the reason I always say I could talk all day about them is because, number one, that's an unselfish group of players. A lot of times when we do our player of the week at school, it's a fun deal. You get the player of the week. When one of them gets, I give it to the whole group, because that is a unit. They are the epitome of a unit. And one time, and I never agree with anything so much, they said the only coaches that get true satisfaction out of what they do is the offensive line coach, because it's such an unnatural thing that they're doing. Like, okay, I'm running backs coach. Love my running backs. Love those guys to death, and we have fun. But look, I can't go out there and teach Garrett how to have the vision he does. Sometimes I'm thinking, Garrett, you should have just stayed there. But Garrett will see something, he'll break back, go 80 yards for a touchdown. So that's a lot of just God-given ability right there. But that's natural for him. Receiver, what Gage and Easton do out there. They just have an ability. They have good hand-eye coordination. They can catch that ball and run with it. George, the way he throws, I'd love to tell you that I got George throwing. No, George was born being able to throw. But those offensive linemen, that's an unnatural thing to do. You're lining up, and you've got to move another human being where he don't want to move to. And you can't hold him neither. You got to fit up on him just right. So that's a lot of footwork, a lot of hand placement, a lot of intelligence, a lot of technique goes into doing that. And it's a physical thing. It's not. There's no finesse with that. It's all physical, because you're slamming your body into another human being. So when the offensive line does good, an offensive line coach can take a lot of satisfaction because he got them to that point. And the number of reps that they have to do to get to that point would blow anybody's mind, because, we start this stuff off in the spring and go through the summer. And then, when you watch our three seniors, Tanner, Connor, and John White, do things that look so effortlessly, that's just a lot of reps that they've done and gone, over and over and over. And so, like I said, there's a lot of hard work in it, and then there's a lot of, the intelligent part of it. I think that's the thing that people don't understand, and that's from the NFL to even high school. When you see a bunch of, when the way we throw our pass pro, that they have to understand where the quarterback's setting up. They have to understand where their gap is, and those gaps change every play because you can't use the same pass protection over and over again. People can get a key on it. They can do some things to hurt that pass protection. So, you're seeing these guys, they're sliding this way, they're sliding that way, they're manning, they're fanning, they're doing all kinds of different things every play. So, and then the run game, they've got to know when to pull, when to block down, when to base, and certain times those change in the middle of a play. And so like I said, the intelligence, the awareness, and the physicality of their job is unbelievable. And then the unselfishness. Nothing makes you feel any better than it's running back. He's run 80 yards, and there comes down the field these five old boys that are never going to get their name called out. They're never going to get a picture with them posing with this ball or nothing like that. And they are just as excited for Garrett to score an 80-yard touchdown. They're fired up when George throws one of those 70-yard touchdown passes through the air. And they have the biggest credit of anybody because those running backs aren't going anywhere if they don't block. George is not going to get a pass off if they don't block. And so like I said, just the work they put into and their unselfishness is just, like I said, it's why I love that group. It's why I can talk hours about them. And then when you get talking about the techniques, a lot of times, we watch the game film back after the game. So yeah, we're up there in the AM hours of the morning, breaking down our film. And I can drive everybody crazy because if you take taking outside zone play. And when you see those 5 feet step all at the same time in unison, and that backside foot comes up to meet, and I mean, I can rewind that and just watch that over and over again because it's just perfect harmony. And then, you see them just open the holes up and Adcock runs, So like I said, it's it's a position I have a lot of passion for. It's, if I ever got out of this, it'd probably be the thing that I would miss the most, is just watching a group of linemen block. I know on Friday nights everybody's watching a running back, and that's what they should be watching. But to watch those linemen block is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, as you said, when somebody chooses or gets chosen to play offensive line, that's a choice to do your work in the shadows for sure. But and I used to always tell them this. I always said, there's only 2 people that are going to appreciate you, me and your mama. I said, because nobody else knows what you're doing. And I've had two of my boys have played line. My oldest one plays center, and John Brady, he's a 9th grader. He plays guard. And when he gets in there, Angie's always, she'll ask me if, she can watch the film. She said, because I can't find him. I said, well, you're not going to find him. You got to know exactly what you're looking for, and you might need to know the play before you try to find him. Because, they do a lot of their stuff in the shadows, and sometimes they're not appreciated. The only time you ever hear their name called is if something goes bad, or I always laugh at I'll get on the running backs all the time. They might make a bad cut or bad read, and they'll run into everybody, and all you hear is everybody scream, "Come on, line block!" And I'm thinking, that wasn't a line, that was right. That was us doing something wrong. We did that wrong, But they are the determining factor in ball games. There's no doubt about it, because it sure does get real in that A gap and that B gap, doesn't it?
That's right.
All right, Coach. Appreciate that input from you. And we're going to hang through one more break and come back and take short preview of tonight's game against Tri-County. So Leake Academy football coming up at 7 o'clock with a kickoff, and more of the Crossgates Jewelers pregame when we return.
Build your barn with Ozark Ag from the ground up. Expanding your poultry operation is simple and fast when you turn to the poultry pros that you'll find at Ozark Ag. They're your go-to partner for poultry barn construction. So let's check that checklist, shall we? Full service design and build? Check. Equipment installation? Check. And service that lasts long after the barn is finished? Check. And by the way, this just in? Check. Build strong together. Call or go by to get started. Ozark Ag, Highway 16, Carthage.
Moore's Pharmacy in Carthage, Sebastopol, and Walnut Grove appreciate you, their customers. We have a beautiful selection of gifts with free gift wrapping. We are one of the only pharmacies around to offer compounding and women's hormone replacement therapy. Moore's Pharmacy accepts all insurance, including Medicaid. Our 2-lane drive-through and prescription synchronization will make your visit very convenient. Come see us. We have the shortest wait time in town and a professional staff to assist you. Moore's Pharmacy, Highway 16, Carthage.
Hunting season is here, and Leake County Co-op has everything you need to get ready. From ammunition to deer attractants, premium deer feed, and the seed to plant your perfect food plot, they've got you covered. And cattlemen, don't forget, it's almost time to plant ryegrass and winter wheat for winter grazing. Lock in the best pricing by prepaying for your ryegrass seed before October 15th. So whether you're headed to the woods or the pasture, come see us at Leake County Co-op, where neighbors help neighbors since 1936.
Ready for your next ride? Triple M Motors has been serving you for 54 years, offering unbeatable prices and an impressive selection to match every lifestyle. With easy financing options and top-notch service long after you drive away, your car buying experience is hassle-free from start to finish. Trust the name that's been in your corner for over 5 decades. Stop by Triple M Motors today and see why our customers keep coming back, generation after generation. Triple M Motors, Highway 35, Carthage.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, the original since 1974.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn reminds you,
size matters.
Which is why they have the largest collection of firearms your eyes have ever seen.
They carry a huge selection of Liberty and Browning safes in stock, and delivery is available.
Save 25% off select used firearms while you can.
Always giving you more bang for your buck.
Visit Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, 910 Posey Avenue in Philadelphia.
The original Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Need to make your team stand out? In Sports has you covered. From high-quality screen printing on jerseys and fan gear to top-notch sports equipment, we bring your game to the next level. Celebrate your victories with our professional trophies and plaques, perfect for every champion. Whether you're gearing up for the season or commemorating a win, trust In Sports, where local teams shine brighter. Gear up, play hard, win big. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Welcome back for one more segment with Rebels head coach Brian Pickkins. Leake and Tri-County will be kicking off shortly here in Flora. And this is a Week 9 ball game that Coach and I have not talked about Tri-County at any point up until this week. And I can also say conversations I've had with Rebel football players, we hadn't talked about Tri-County. We've let a lot of other people talk about Leake and Tri-County for some weeks. But it's good to get to this week where we know we've got a game that's going to determine playoff seeding. And there's a lot of pride on the line here at the end of the regular season.
Oh, that's right. These are the type games you enjoy as a coach. But, you talk about not talking about it. You're exactly right. I believe you just have to go through the process, and you have to take every game the same every week. And that's what keeps to me, that's what makes the big games fun, because back when we played whoever you want to mention on our schedule, that was our big game that week. And that's what I tell our kids. And, we're going to practice the same. We're going to do the same. You look at our practice schedule from week 3 to this week, it's exactly the same. And I'm sure Tri-County's is the same too. These are two teams that have been in big games. We've played a lot of big games, and so this is just this is a big conference game for us. That's the way we have to look at it. That this week is what it is, and we got to go out there and get we prepared ourselves all week for it. Now we got to go out there and execute.
Tell us a little bit about what Tri-County does well. What's the secret to their success at 7-1?
Well, number one, and every week I want to tell you kind of what they do. They're a primary shotgun team. Their offense looks very similar to ours. They're 2x2, come in with the H back for power run game type stuff. They do have what we call a heavy formation that they'll direct snap it to the quarterback and let him run off tackle to get some of those hard yards when you need them. Defensively, they're a 4-man front, like I said, very similar to us. So when you look at it, you can see a lot of similarities between the teams. They've got some very talented skill guys. I think that's the number one thing that jumps off the page. Their quarterback's just a great athlete. He's a good runner, and when I say runner, he not only will they try to get him outside and run him, they'll run him up inside, and he does it. He's very effective. Throws the ball well. You'll see a lot if you watch their films. You'll see a lot of balls, fade routes, seam routes, bubble routes. They've got the athletes on the perimeter to make things happen. 14 and 10 both are two of their slot guys that they'll throw the bubble routes to. 16 and 9 are the guys on the ball and receivers, and they'll try to get those guys the ball deep. And the quarterback, like I said, he throws it well. They've got two running backs, 12 and 5. Both of them are very effective. And then their line their line comes off the football extremely hard. They got good size on the line, and they come off the ball hard. Defensively, they are a come get you team, a very aggressive, physical group. They're going to hit you. Probably going to be one of the more physical teams that we've played all year. And probably if you took a couple of years, they're going to be very physical. So that's the things that jump off the page. But the big thing, the intangible that I don't think a lot of people are going to see is they play just so hard. There's a lot of pride in that program. Coach Watson, Philip Watson, he does a super job with them. Me and him go way back. Actually, me and him coached an all-star game together, so we've been friends a long time. But I remember when he came to Tri-County, and he's a coach. He's an intense guy, and his kids are going to play with that same intensity. That's the intangible. Is the pride those kids have in their program and how hard they're going to play every week. They're well coached. They're disciplined, and so that's, like I said, that's what's given them the success they've gotten. Yes, as I told you earlier, yes, they've got good players. They've got good athletes. They come off the ball. Their offensive, defensive lines are very physical. They've got speed. In their secondary, they're not a team that you're going to run off and just leave. But the biggest thing when you say, okay, what's the thing you got to be prepared for? It's, like I said, it's that intensity they're going to play with, that, the way they're going to execute. And they're going to do that for 4 quarters because, like I said, they're a football team that's won back-to-back state championships. And this is a group that, as any group, they want to keep that rolling. And so that's the thing. Our kids are going to have to match their intensity. We're playing over there. So they're going to have that, that pride, as they say, protect your turf. And, we've got to be ready to match their intensity, and we got to be able to execute. We got to be fundamentally sound. And as I say, when we talk about big games, a lot of times I'll say this a lot. You have to be ready to take what they give you, and that's the thing that we're going to have to do, whether it be run the ball, throw the ball, go deep, go short, whatever it is. We're going to have to take what they give us, and you're watching them. We got to be able to protect the passer. Like I said, they're going to come hard after when people pass. Those guys are coming off hard, and so we got to be able to protect the passer and give George time to make the plays that we want to make.
Coach, a lot to look forward to. A lot of eyes are going to be on us tonight, and certainly we wish every success to you and the Rebels in this game against Tri-County tonight. We appreciate you joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right, y'all stick around. When we come back, we'll start the countdown toward kickoff. Leake and Tri-County coming up as Leake Academy football continues.
When it comes to finding the perfect home, experience matters. Lee Realty is connecting buyers with quality new construction homes tailored to their needs. Hey, it's Stacey O'Neill with Lee Realty. Whether you're starting fresh or upgrading, our team will guide you every step of the way, making the process simple, smooth, and stress-free. Ready to get started? Give us a call today.
We don't want everyone's business, just yours. Lee Realty, 206 West Pickkins Street, Philadelphia, 601-562-7123.
If spending days looking for top dollar for your timber has left you feeling like you're barking up the wrong tree, then I would listen closely. Welch Forest Products in Union does it better than anyone and with the least possible damage to your property. Whether it's management, forestry care, pine plantation, thinning, or site prep, the last number you'll dial is 601-774-8200. They buy land with or without timber too. Call Bo Welch now at Welch Forest Products today. 601-774-8200.
Life is full of surprises, but with the right insurance, you can be prepared for whatever comes your way.
At South Group Insurance, they offer tailored insurance solutions for your home, auto, business, and farm. Whether it's protecting your family or securing your future, they're always there to help.
South Group Insurance agents are local, experienced, and ready to help provide personalized service that's right for you.
South Group Insurance, just off the Court Square in Carthage.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
Thanks to Rosebud General Store, I can get all I need to work the farm right here at home.
Because they go hand in hand with what you use. Spreaders, hay bale rings, cattle catch pens, head gates, and fencing supplies. And let's not forget a great clothing department with boots and shoes to clothe the whole family.
Plus feed and medicine for all our animals, and even a deli to feed us farmers at lunch. That's my faithful friends at Rosebud General Store, Highway 487 East in Rosebud.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Crossgates Jewelers pregame continues from Flora. We finally get the Leake Tri-County contest we've been waiting for since the schedule came out last spring. It is the game of the century of the week, and we're glad that you're making us a part of your evening. The first meeting between the two schools since 2014, and LA has won 6 of 8 and each of the last 5 games, but that goes back a ways. Remember, you can watch tonight's broadcast on the Triple M Motors video stream available at kicks96news.com. There's a link there that takes you to the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel, and we're powered by Central Electric Power Association. We've got Billy Steen all duty as usual as our studio engineer. We've got Brooklyn Wade beside me, tonight's camera operator, and I'm Philip Palmertree, and glad to have you with us. Let's go ahead and get into the Philadelphia Gun and Pawn starters. On offense, Connor Moore, the senior at center. Left guard, John Wyatt King, also a senior. Junior at right guard is Tanner Walsworth. He's been starting since he was a freshman, as Coach mentioned. John David Thomas, junior at left tackle. And Lane Stewart at right tackle. He's also a junior. At wide receiver, Easton Page, leading receiver on the squad. 36 catches for 882 yards, 13 touchdowns for junior Easton Page. Wright Palokas will be in the slot, and also at H-back, he's a junior. Gage Warren has had a great year at the other wide out. He's a junior, 6'2", 160 pounds, and had 3 touchdowns last week in the 45-16 win over Riverfield. We understand Riker Wells is a game-time decision. We'll see. That's maybe not. We'll know soon as if we see him step on the field. We'll tell you about it. It'd be great to have him back once he gets 100%. But, of course, at running back, Garrett Adcock, who's had an outstanding year, and he scored 13 touchdowns on the ground and 67 carries for 606 yards. He's averaging 9 yards per carry. And then, of course, at quarterback, the senior QB1, George Wilcox, has completed 65% of his passes for 1,959 yards, 25 touchdowns over 8 weeks, and 6 interceptions on the year. Specialists expecting to have Easton Page back at place-kicking duties for the 3rd straight week, and Jack Johnston, the punter, right? Palokas, long snaps on the punt. Tanner Walsworth, snaps on the extra points, place kick situations, and Joey Saki, the junior, having kickoff duty tonight. And then for the defense, Alan Olivo, senior at nose guard. Defensive tackle beside him, Talon Dillard, a junior. The defensive ends, Caden Monk on one side, and on the other side, Joey Saki, who we just mentioned a moment ago. They're both juniors. Middle linebacker, you know him, Kobe Kemp. All he does is make 8.5 tackles per game and lead and direct the Rebel defense. And he's a senior, having an outstanding year. At linebacker on one side, Carter Pigg, a senior, forced a fumble last week. And Jack Johnston, who had an interception. Brendan Evans had the interception last week. Jack Johnston was outstanding at outside linebacker. Now here's Brendan Evans. Mention him. He had a forced fumble recovery, and also the interception last week. He was one of the bad-to-bone players of the week from last week's win against the Raiders. And he's a one cornerback. At the other side, senior Joshua Gray, a lot of experience over there. Will Garner, senior at safety. And then we're probably going to see expect Gavin Gamillion to play at that rover position for the injured Braden Welch. Those are tonight's Philadelphia Gun and Pawn starters. Hey, Rebel fans, Baptist Memorial Hospital Leake is honoring the late Old Ball coach Gilbert Barham by endowing the Gilbert Barham Color Commentator's Chair. And tonight we welcome back Cooper Sanders to that chair. And Coop, we've been on our best behavior as far as taking one game at a time. Yeah, he's wondering where his chair is. There's only one chair in this room, so I guess when I say that, you can have the chair.
Oh, well, I don't need it right now. I might take it later, depending on how tired this game makes us tonight.
But back to what I was saying, I think we as broadcasters and Rebel football team have been good to take this one game at a time. But this is a game that got everybody's attention preseason. Season has played out like a lot of people thought it would. Leake coming in with just one loss to JA. Tri-County coming in with just the one loss to Jackson Prep, and here we are with a big district ball game and a whole lot on the line.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been excited about this one for a long time. Today I was excited about it, knowing just the magnitude of this game and what it holds for this season. And then I pulled up and I saw smoke rolling in the air as I pulled up on campus, and, man, I could run through a brick wall right now in excitement for this game. But it's going to be a good one here in Florida tonight.
It is, and of course, Leake, we know what Leake can do, moving the ball aggressively through the air and putting up a lot of points. Leake averages 38 points a game, giving up 16.5. And you look on the other side at the other Rebels, Tri-County, they score at about the same clip. They've held their opponents a little bit under 16, about 10 points per game. But they're a high-powered offense, score lots of points, but they're able to rip you running the ball and then running a play action, throwing over the top, and it starts with a really talented quarterback. And so we expect to see a real challenge tonight. Tri-County with Cooper Johnson, number 18 at quarterback. They're loaded and they're ready. They can move the ball as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've only allowed 624 yards this season and only allowed 6 touchdowns this season. Defensively, I mean, that's as good as it gets. And Leake Academy this year, the Rebels they played very well on offense. So you're playing a talented offensive team versus a team that is shutting down teams on defense.
We've played a lot of run-oriented teams this year, but this is a different animal here with what these guys can do in terms of getting big plays in the rushing game. They're going to put out, as Coach said, a lot of 2-by-2 sets. They're going to spread the field and then run it at you. And then another thing that's, I think, going to be a big factor in who wins this District 2 ball game, in 3A, is going to be the play of Leake's offensive line against a really stout Tri-County defensive line.
Oh, yeah, there's some big guys over there. You could see it as they were having their senior night. And, by the way, that's a huge senior night. You had it from the 25 to the other 25, and they were shoulder to shoulder. But a big group, a big senior group, and it's going to be some size in this game. You're going to have to hit hard, and you're going to have to play hard.
If you're one of the few people who has not paid attention to the hype and the build-up to this game, of course, Tri-County has won back-to-back state championships in the old MAIS 4A, and they've won 3 out of the last 4. Yeah. I mean, these guys know about winning championships and know about big ball games. They're not going to be intimidated by the environment here tonight, and we don't expect Leake will either. Leake was playing for a state championship last November, and that just adds to the excitement. I've had people texting me this afternoon, people I never hear from, some other broadcasters who cover other teams reaching out to me and going, hey, y'all got a big ball game tonight. We're going to be watching and keeping up with it, and good luck and all of that, and that just adds to the fun. I've been no good since about 12:30 this afternoon in terms of concentration.
And that's the thing. It's culture here. You can see as you pull up to this stadium, as you walk in, you see that football is a culture here at Tri-County Academy, just as it is at Leake Academy. You see the huge traveling party that the Rebels brought with them tonight. I mean, this is a ball game where football is the culture at both schools. That's what's going to make it exciting. Of course, the talent makes it exciting, but very, very exciting that we have just so much culture here.
And, hey, let's remind everybody, Rebel fans far and wide, you can play for free Kicks Picks. Go to kicks96news.com, and you can play the weekly Pick'em game. If you get the most games picked right each week, then you're the weekly winner, and you'll take home a gift certificate from the Junction in Carthage, the official Football Friday food stop. Nobody supports the Leake Rebels like the Junction and Prince Oil. Get the most correct picks throughout the season, and you could win the grand prize, a Traeger Ironwood 650 pellet grill from Ozark Ag in Carthage. So Kicks Picks have to be submitted before 6 p.m. each Friday, but it's free, and it is a whole lot of fun. It's Kicks Picks. Let's toss it to Coop for the Leake County Co-op weather and field conditions.
Oh, yeah, and it might be some perfect football weather tonight. You got 72 degrees, and it feels like 72, just a 47% humidity out here in the field. The field looks good. The field looks like it's going to be some good conditions to play on tonight.
Yeah, really nice-looking field, and hope you're enjoying the Triple M Motors video stream. Those of you who are not in your car, if you're in your car, don't try to watch the video. Just listen on Cruising 98.3 till you get home.
Well, if you're in the passenger seat, you can try to watch it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
if you're
just
driving.
If you're behind the wheel, just do us all a favor and let us tell you. We won't let anything slip past. We'll tell you about every play. But and of course, tonight's broadcast powered by Central Electric Power Association. The countdown continuing. We're about. I think we're going to get a late start on this. We're waiting on a helicopter. I think I can hear, and so if you watch on the Triple M Motors video stream, you will see the helicopter land. We hope right on that TCA logo at midfield, delivering tonight's game ball. Something we've seen when we've gone to Lamar in the past. Promotional thing that one of their athletic sponsors has done. And we can hear that helicopter coming in, getting close. And then I think after that we'll probably be having the prayer and the national anthem. So the countdown to kickoff continues. Probably be a few minutes after 6 when we get to the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff. When you're listening on the radio, you know that unmistakable sound. Here comes that chopper. Most of the cheerleader signs on the chain link fence have blown away now.
Oh, yeah.
It would be terrible if they forgot the football, but
yeah, it would
they've
be
got
bad.
it. It would be kind of disappointing, but they're looking for it somewhere.
There they go.
There it is. The football did make the trip. Still some empty seats below us in the bleachers, but I imagine some of those tickets belong to people who were tailgating out to our left. They've got a large tailgate area here at Joe Costello Stadium. I met Joe Costello a little while ago. Elderly gentleman lives, his property's just beyond the visitor stands, and he comes over on his big zero-turn lawnmower and hangs out.
Good deal. And going back, talking about, the culture thing, how in all these football games you have little kids, throwing the football around on the side. They don't care about the helicopter. They just care about playing football here.
That's right. That's right. It looks like the Tri-County seniors who've been honored already on the field are going to be the game captains. Tri-County, the home team in Navy helmets, look a lot like ours. They have Navy jerseys with white numbers, look a lot like ours. White pants, look a lot like ours. By the way, this is a good point to say. Of course, the Rebels will be the visitors. They're in white jerseys, white pants with the Navy helmets. Tonight, here are the ground rules since both teams are Rebels. When I refer to Rebels in the broadcast, and Coop's, I know Coop can do this too, we're going to be talking about Leake when we Tri-County or TCA. And that way we won't say, they're at the Rebel 40. Well, which set of Rebels? So we're going to that's what you do when Mississippi State and Georgia play. So you got to, or I'm sure the guys who do Auburn and LSU do the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, they refer to Georgia as the Bulldogs because when it comes to the national scale, they do. Georgia's the Bulldogs that folks know. So.
But, yes, the Rebels will be our Rebels. And for our audio broadcast tonight. So now the helicopter has game officials coming to the 50-yard line, and Leake's captains are coming as well. Coop's going to keep an eye on the coin toss. And again, we want to say thank you to Baptist sponsoring throughout this season the Gilbert Barham color commentator chair. We've had a really nice rotation of folks here. Coop's been here the most, but Hal Haddon has been great weeks he's been here, and we've had Coach Jason Morgan. We've had Mississippi Sports Hall of Famer in Coach Rocky Felker joining us, and so it's been a lot of fun every single week. But now we're getting down to a Week 9 contest. George Wilcox, Connor Moore, John Wyatt King, and Kobe Kemp, the 4 captains in white for L.A., heading to the 50 to meet, or heading to midfield to meet the Tri-County captains. We've got 12 minutes on the clock, and we'll soon take our national anthem break. It's right at 7 o'clock, so we won't be too far off time, but we want to say thanks to Cliff Barker, who does the play-by-play for Tri-County, and he's an old friend of mine. He also works with Holmes Community College broadcast for football, and he's made it easy for us to get our stuff in and out. At Tri-County have just been unbelievably hospitable, visited this year, so we appreciate that. We know this is a ball game both sides really, really want to win, but what's also fun is that we can shake hands before and after and look each other in the eye and know that it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll be friends when it's over.
Oh, yeah. This one's going to get started pretty soon. It's going to be a good one. Tri-County did win the toss, and they did elect to receive, so the Rebels going to be on defense first, and we'll see who sets the tone here early.
That's going to tell us a lot, this high-powered run attack of Tri-County going to get the ball first.
And it's a little bit different than last week. You know, of course, last week you had a big quarterback, Cooper Johnson, a sizable quarterback, but you knew last week over Riverfield that he was going to run the ball each time. This one, he's going to mix it up some. He's going to pass, he's going to run, he's going to scramble.
Cooper Johnson is a true dual threat kind of quarterback. He can beat you with his legs, but he can beat you with his arm as well. Yeah, the quarterback we saw for Riverfield last week, huge young man, not going to beat you with the arm, but they're just going to pound on you. And as Coach said, he thought that was really good for this Leake Rebel squad to go through that last week. As now you see the Rebels taking the field from the end zone down to our right. The Rebels take the far sideline. Take one more thing before we get to our anthem break. Coming into tonight, Columbia Academy has a slight PowerPoint lead of about 0.2 of a point over Tri-County. Tri-County's got about a 3.5 decimal point, 0.35 lead over Leake. And then Washington School is in fourth, about 2 points or so behind Leake. I imagine regardless of the outcome, winner of this game is going to be number 1, and loser probably will be number 2 in PowerPoints. We'll talk about that more at halftime. I'll take Cooper to PowerPoint University. But now we're going to take our break and come back with the kickoff as Leake Academy football continues.
When dealing with something as complex as taxes and payroll can be, tax and accounting to make things easier. Their professional staff works diligently to make sure your business and personal returns are complete and finished in a timely manner. Weaver Tax and Accounting will also execute your bookkeeping and payroll, bringing you the best in tax services since 1979. Weaver Tax and Accounting, 20 South Street, Sebastopol, and 109 Chadwick Avenue in Walnut.
Medical Group. PMG. Your good health is our priority.
The new clinic is open. Premier Medical Group in Carthage has opened their new clinic at 300 South Pearl Street, and they welcome nurse practitioners Reagan Smith and Julie Harrington to their team. Schedule your appointment with any of their providers today at 601-298-0333.
Walk into the shimmering world of Cross Gates Jewelers and Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story and represent the memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologist will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repair in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
Dr. Ryan Anderson and his crew at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic love getting to know you and your pets. In addition to your pet's health care, they offer boarding that will be your fur baby's home away from home. Become a member of the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic family today. Download the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic app or go to centralmississippianimalclinic.com. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, Highway 35, Carthage.
Hello, Rebel fans. It's time for kickoff. Moore's Pharmacy welcomes you to an exciting night of Friday night football. Moore's Pharmacy takes great pride in supporting Leake Academy Rebels, the perfect place to start your weekend. Okay, Rebels, let's kick it off.
Boswell Media Sports.
Philadelphia Gun and Pine, the original since 1974.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn reminds you size matters.
Which is why they have the largest collection of firearms your eyes have ever seen.
They carry a huge selection of Liberty and Browning safes in stock, and delivery is available.
Save 25% off select used firearms while you can.
Always giving you more bang for your buck.
Visit Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, 910 Posey Avenue in Philadelphia.
Build your barn with Ozark Ag from the ground up. Expanding your poultry operation is simple and fast when you turn to the poultry pros that you'll find at Ozark Ag. They're your go-to partner for poultry barn construction. So let's check that checklist, shall we? Full service design and build, equipment installation, and service that lasts long after the barn is finished. Check together. Call or go by to get started. Ozark Ag, Highway 16, Carthage.
My knee rehab was 100% successful thanks to Performance Therapy. They sat down with me and created a plan to ensure I would achieve my personal rehabilitation goals, and they encouraged me to get the most out of every session. Performance Therapy provided plenty of rehab in between sessions too. Hopefully I don't have to see them in the future, but if I did, I would definitely choose Performance Therapy again.
For more information, go to performancetherapyms.com. Performance Therapy, Carthage, Philadelphia, and Forest.
Moore's Pharmacy in Carthage, Sebastopol, and Walnut Grove appreciate you, their customers. We have a beautiful selection of gifts with free gift wrapping. We are one of the only pharmacies around to offer compounding and women's hormone replacement therapy. Moore's Pharmacy accepts all insurance, including Medicaid. Our 2-lane drive-thru and prescription synchronization will make your visit very convenient. Come see us. We have the shortest wait time in town and a professional staff to assist you. Moore's Pharmacy, Highway 16, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, I had to take a little extra time on that anthem break to keep up with the pace of things from the down in the press box, but now it's time for the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff. Leake will be kicking off to Tri-County. We'll be underway hopefully before 7:10.
Big time game. You know, I know in a game that I've been to this year, we haven't seen any of the news outlets really on the sidelines, and I've already seen 3 men and women with the big cameras on the sidelines ready for this one tonight.
Yeah, a whole lot of folks wanting to track what we do here tonight. Glad to have all of you joining us on Cruising 98.3 and on the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. Our Wi-Fi connection has been volatile the last couple of minutes. It was really bad about an hour ago. We got it evened out, and now it's, it evened itself out. Now it's not great, but we're going to do the best we can and try to get you the best coverage we can. Joey Saki kicks it off, taking it to 22 up the middle of the field. Comes Luke Moberly. He gets tackled by Austin Swinney right at the 37-yard line, so Tri-County starts there. First quarter of tonight's game presented by Carthage Collision Center.
Philip, I don't know if you realize this, the kick, of course, didn't get all the way to the back, but back deep over there on the right side for Tri-County was their quarterback, Cooper Johnson, at kick returner.
That gives you an idea of the kind of confidence they have in him as an athlete. Hayden Hunt, running back at the left side of Johnson. Quarterback keeps it, bangs off somebody, defender in the backfield, and then Joey Saki and Carter Pigg, Kobe Kemp get on him at the 40 after a pickup of 3, nearly a tackle for loss.
Yeah, Gavin Gamillion got back there but just couldn't bring in the tackle, and he was able to break it, get a few extra yards.
2nd and 7 for Tri-County, heading right to left. Handoff Hunt, get around to the edge. He's got a big gain into Rebel territory, 40, up the sideline, 30, breaks a tackle, and he's headed to the end zone on a 60-yard touchdown run on the second play from scrimmage.
Yeah, he just found the edge, found the sideline, and like we said, the blocking was there, and he didn't have much work to do except for to outrun everyone.
6-0. So you see the kind of speed that Tri-County has. Extra point attempt, 2-point attempt coming up. It's Johnson on the keeper. He'll stick his nose into the pile, try to burrow his way to the end zone, but he does not get there. The Rebels hold him. 11:16 to go first quarter. First strike for Tri-County. They lead 6-0. We'll be back with the Morris Pharmacy kickoff.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Kickoff fielded by the Rebels at the 36-yard line, and they'll take over there. 1st and 10, 11:14 to go, first quarter. Tri-County with the early strike, leading 6-0.
You could hear a little bit of frustration there. You could hear from the Leake sideline. Looks like they were wanting maybe a penalty there. Thought Gage Warren gave himself up and then got hit, but Leake's going to took a knee.
They'll put Warren, Page out to the left, and then put H-back and a tight end on the right side. Running back to that side as well. Run it to the left side. Garrett Adcock tries to cut back to the inside, and he gets put on his back near the 39, a pickup of 4 on first down for L.A.
Yeah, nice run there. I liked the formation with the 2 receivers to the left. Last week, some things that we pointed out was that Wilcox seemed to be a little more accurate to the left side than he has on the right side in the past few weeks. So maybe that has something to do with the formation, but now they're going to go 2 to the right.
Yeah, they'll flip the formation. Kobe Kemp playing at tight end. He's lined up now on the left side of the formation with Palokas behind him as an H-back. Wilcox looks at a 3-man front with a linebacker, and the Rebels hand it off to Adcock straight ahead, and he'll get just 1 just past the 40. We'll call it maybe the 41. It'll be 3rd and a long 5. Tri-County 6, Leake nothing. 10-17, ticking clock first quarter. 4 wideouts in the formation, 1 to the left, 3 to the right. Linebackers creeping in like they're going to blitz. What you would expect Leake to throw the ball. Here they come with that blitz. He gets rid of it, complete near midfield. Easton Page trying to dodge defenders will get tackled right at the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 9 and a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down for L.A.
Yeah, nice play there by Wilcox. He got hit as he threw it, but was able to complete the pass. Easton Page picks up a few yards on the run to get the first down for the Rebels.
And there's that quick release from the slot. 2 D linemen with their hand on the ground, 2 standing up at the edge. Trips to the left, single receiver right. Wilcox, good protection. Throws a little too tall for Riles Wilkerson inside the 35. He tried to slide and sort of reach up and give himself the best chance he could to get it, but it's no good, incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like the turf monster might have got Wilkerson on that one. Just an unfortunate turn there, had a few yards, and the turf monster gets you at the worst time.
2nd and 10, Leake at the 50. Ball on the right hash. Now a 2-by-2 set. Adcock to the right of his quarterback. 8 on the play clock. Wilcox looks at the defensive coverage. They'll bring 5 in pressure. Throw in, under pressure, deep left side. Going to be overthrown, incomplete. Looking up the left sideline for Palokas, but good coverage out there by Colton Jones, and then the quarterback, Cooper Johnson, playing at safety, rotating over to help as well.
Yeah, a lot of contact on that play. Wilcox, hit as he throws again. That D-line, that front 5, they're getting to him fast, and he's having to get it off fast. And a lot of contact on that throw, just a little bit overthrown.
3rd and 10 play. Third and 10, 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Again, they'll rush 5. He'll get rid of it quickly. Left side, Warren going up and getting it, pulling it in inside the 25 down to the 21. Just a great one-on-one play against cornerback Hank Johnson. And the Rebels will pick up 29 on the play and get a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
Now, that's one of those plays where he had the defensive end beat by a few steps. Defensive back, was looking at him, not looking for the ball. He was able to stop and make the catch behind the defensive back for the first down.
1st and 10 from the 21. Adcock carries up the middle for 2 to the 19. He gets upended by 53, Leaf Dearman. 2nd and 8 coming up for LA. 8:54 ticking clock in the Carthage Collision Center first quarter. Leake trying to answer. First possession touchdown from Tri-County. Rebels look to the far sideline to offensive coordinator Corey Burns. Adcock takes the ball, but going nowhere. Just plugging it up in the middle. 34, Luke Powers, senior, making the tackle. In fact, he lost a yard back to the 20, so Leake's back in at another 3rd and long.
Yeah, he's got 9 yards per carry on this season, and Tri-County doing what they can to take that average down to 9 as he's not had the space that he usually has tonight.
3rd down. Good protection for Wilcox. He throws, and the ball batted away at the last minute. Hunter Hildebrand knocking the ball away from the intended receiver, Gage Warren. Now it's 4th and 9 from the 20. Leake operating in the performance therapy red zone.
I mean, a nice job there for the defensive back to get his hand in there and make the big stop. Hunter Hildebrand. It was a good throw by Wilcox, but Hildebrand just making a big play defensively.
Rebels trying to convert a 4th and 9. Got to get to the 11. 2 receivers to each side. Wilcox throwing it for the end zone. Man open, but off the fingertips of Gage Warren in the back left corner of the end zone, and it goes over to Tri-County on downs.
Yeah, the defensive back hit Warren with the bump, slowed him down by half a second, and that was the half second he needed to get to that football. So a nice defensive stop there for Tri-County. Now the Rebels have to get a defensive stop to make up for it.
From the 20, 1st and 10. Play in the first quarter. Tri-County 6, Leake nothing. Shotgun set. Johnson brings his slot man in motion. Hands it off to him, trying to get around the right side. Peyton Patridge will get a yard at best, maybe less than that, as Leake strung him out really well there, and Jack Johnston got to him. No gain, or a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. We'll put 2 wide receivers out to the left. Stay on the ground. Not much there for Hunt. Good job, Carter Pigg, going low to sweep his feet out from under him as he got to the 23, a pickup of 2, and now it's 3rd and 7 for Tri-County.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. You know, maybe we might see Cooper Johnson's first pass attempt of the night.
In their 50-0 win against Central Heights last week, he was 5 out of 6. He attempted only 6 passes in that ball game. 3rd and 7. They're going to roll him out. He's going to set up, throw, try to lob it up, but it's going to be too deep, incomplete, intended for Patridge, who had Brennan Evans and Kobe Kemp trailing him.
Yeah. And Patridge had that sideline, so if that pass would have been a little more accurate, that could have been trouble for the Rebels. But now, Rebels get the defensive stop they need. They're going to get the ball back after a punt.
Good job by the Rebel defense. Cruz Albritton. The punter stands back at his 10. Rebels put Warren and Page up along the midfield stripe. High snap. Gets it down, gets it away. Punt's going to hit at the 46, take a tremendous bounce in Tri-County's favor. It'll roll around and die at about the 32.
Yeah, they get the bounce they need, but then that one kind of veers off to the left over there to the right hash for the Rebels and comes back a little bit, so takes some yards, and the Rebels get a few of them back.
40-yard punt. Leake takes over with 6:42 to play in the Carthage Collision Center first quarter. Tri-County 6 and Leake nothing. Second possession for LA. They drove it down to the 19, but then turned it over on downs on their first possession. Shotgun set, George Wilcox. Quick throw left side. Hildebrand jumped the route and knocked it away from Warren, just like he did on the 4th down play.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting some big stops on the defensive end. I mean, he is just knocking them out.
Quick reaction. He's not giving a lot of cushion there, so we may see the Rebels try to take Hildebrand deep. 2nd and 10. But a give for not much, if anything, to Adcock on 2nd and 10. He can't get past the line of scrimmage. But Bryce Brooks makes the tackle for TC.
Yeah, big 3rd down here for the Rebels. Momentum looks to be sitting on Tri-County's side with how they're playing defensively.
2-by-2 set. 2 men with their hand on the ground. 3 linebackers creeping in. They'll rush 4. Lots of time for Wilcox, throwing too tall at midfield for Palokas, but a flag comes in from the back judge. Hold everything. And maybe that was a hold. Good call. Colton Jones was unhappy about the hanky coming out. I missed the call. Coop, was it pass interference? Oh, there we go.
Here
pass
comes.
interference.
Yeah, it's going to be pass interference. They're going to call that on Colton Jones. But
Rebels got a close call, went the Rebels' way. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
So move the ball up to the 46. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down via penalty. And tackled behind the line of scrimmage is Adcock on first down. Bryce Brooks knifed through there and turned Adcock about 90 degrees off trajectory and put him down on his side, a loss of a couple on the play.
Yeah, this defensive line is not letting Adcock get anything that he wants. And he's got 6 carries for 5 yards.
2nd and 12, loss of 2. Plenty of time for Wilcox in the offense. A 2-by-2 set. Good pocket. Throw. Page got his right hand up on it, but there was a whole lot of contact there, and another flag comes out. Luke Moberly getting handsy there on the Rebels slot receiver, Easton Page. Or, excuse me, the outside receiver, Easton Page.
Yeah, that one's going to be warranted. And the Tri-County fans, they weren't mad at the other flag, but this one is the one that they're a little aggravated at. But
they'll walk it from the Rebel 45 to the Tri-County 40, and that moves the chains. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down off back-to-back pass interference penalties.
And we've talked about this in past games. This is where the Rebels have to capitalize on Tri-County's mistakes right here.
Give to Adcock. He gets to the second level. 25, tried to make the cut, but makes a tremendous run down close to the 20-yard line. A gain of 20 on the play, and that's a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down on a big run up the middle from Garrett Adcock.
And that's the Garrett Adcock we've been watching all season. The offensive line providing for him, giving him space.
He breaks to the outside. Goes inside the 15, inside the 10, tripped up at the 9, and flags come in behind the play, and I think the Rebels are going to get called for holding.
Yeah, it looks like held on a little too tight there.
The 1st and 10, now 1st and 20. 4:57 to play in the opening quarter. Tri-County 6, Leake Rebels nothing.
And when you have two top-tier teams, that's how the game's going to go. It's whoever makes less mistakes and whoever capitalizes on more mistakes, because these are teams that don't make a whole lot of mistakes.
Nose of the football touches the 30. The Rebels put Warren, Wilkerson, and Pelokas out to the left. Easton Page split out along the numbers to the right. 1st and 20. Protection for Wilcox, but now he gets sacked back at the 40-yard line. Held on to it just a little bit too long. Bryce Brooks able to reach around and grab his ankles and take him down back at the 39, a loss of 9.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get that one off. You could see the defenders crashing it. It looked like he was going to get it off, but he held on to it right there at the end. Maybe didn't want to throw an interception, maybe didn't want to fumble, but he tucked it as he was getting tackled.
Leake moving backwards, got to the 20, right at the edge of the performance therapy red zone, but now they're back at their own 39, 2nd and 29. Set up a screen. Adcock up the left hash, back toward the middle, 25, 20, diving down inside the original line of scrimmage at the 19-yard line. A gain of 20 on that screen pass, and the Rebels did a good job getting back a good bit of that penalty yardage and sack yardage, and are left now with 3rd and 9, maybe even 3rd and 8. I think they'll mark it at the 18, so 3rd and 8, 21 yards on the screen.
And with that completion, that puts George Wilcox over 2,000 yards on the season. So another big season for him. But that's what the screenplay does. It creates space, and that's where Garrett Adcock plays best, is when he's space to run.
3rd down play. Give to Adcock up the middle, 10, 5, cut down at the 4. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st and goal for the Rebels at the Tri-County 4, and the big package comes in. The muscle out there, Caden Monk, Joey Saki, and Kobe Kemp lined up to the right. Adcock behind them. It'll be a keeper for Wilcox. He plows ahead for about a yard, and that's it. Gets put down at the 3. Colton Jones able to get just a little bit lower than Wilcox there and take him off his feet.
Yeah, nice tackle there by the defensive front, and I think here if you block well and you can just get Adcock the space he needs, he'll find the end zone. Of course, space is limited when you're inside the 5-yard line.
Under 3 minutes to play. Keeper, right side, airborne, off the hit and into the end zone. Senior George Wilcox in. That's 6 for the Rebels. Make sure there's no flag. There is no flag. That's a touchdown for the Rebels.
Wilcox taking flight. Didn't know the big boy could get up that high in the air, but he does and gets into the end zone.
Rebel touchdowns presented by Weaver Tax and Accounting. Here's an extra point attempt from Easton Page. Out of the hold of Jack Johnston. Kick's going to go off to the left and hit the play clock, so we're tied 6-6 with 2:41 to play first quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff.
Dr. Ryan Anderson and his crew at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic love getting to know you and your pet. In addition to your pet's health care, they offer boarding that will be your fur baby's home away from home. Become a member of the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic family today. Download the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic app or go to centralmississippianimalclinic.com. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, Highway 35, Carthage.
Ready for your next ride? Triple M Motors has been serving you for 54 years, offering unbeatable prices and an impressive selection to match every lifestyle. With easy financing options and top-notch service long after you drive away, your car buying experience is hassle-free from start to finish. Trust the name that's been in your corner for over 5 decades. Stop by Triple M Motors today and see why our customers keep coming back, generation after generation. Triple.
Got the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff coming from the 20, middle of the field. Johnson up to the 40 and the 42-yard line before he finally gets put on his back. Austin Swinney on his second special teams tackle. 6-6 game. Rebels just went 68 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice drive. The Rebels needed it. They got the defensive stop they needed previously and able to take the driver's seat once again. They just had to be big on defense again.
Handoff. Hunt around the outside. This time Brennan Evans gets a nice angle on him and knocks him down after a gain of 4 to the 46.
Yeah, nice run there. Get to the outside. The Rebels do a good job of closing in that sideline and closing the space that was created by the offense.
Receivers bunch to the right of the formation. Hunt on that side as well. Keeper for Johnson trying to get to the outside. Carter Pigg holding him up. Now picking his way forward across midfield all the way to the 46 and picking up the first down. Good job of patience in traffic there by quarterback Cooper Johnson for the Tri-County first down.
Yeah, Carter Pigg he couldn't hold on to the jersey. Johnson was able to get away, and just right as he let go of that jersey, Joshua Gray slipped down right before that. So Gray just could not quite get there, and the Rebels missed a potential tackle for loss.
1st and 10, run off left tackle for Hunt. Will get him about 5 yards to the 41. 56, Alan Olivo, and 5, Jack Johnston making the tackle. 6-6 ball game, 90 seconds to play in the Carthage Collision Center, first quarter.
Close game here. It's going to be tight all night. Looks like you can just tell from the vibe here in the stadium.
Out of a tight formation, they'll run it right side to Hunt. He gets another big gain, gets about 5 yards to the 36. That will move the chains. Tri-County back-to-back first downs after taking the Rebel kickoff, and they'll get back in that tight set. Hunt looking for somewhere to go, but this time Carter Pigg came around the end and just grabbed him and held him up, wouldn't let him go, and they don't get a thing on that play.
Yeah, they surrounded him and were able to make the tackle that they needed. That's the thing, you gotta get those stops. You gotta get stops on play by play.
Cooper Johnson back in the shotgun. Big running back Hunt set to his right. Hunt carries straight ahead, breaks through a couple of arm tackles, and then Gavin Gamillion and Alan Olivo get him down after a gain of 4. It's 3rd down and about 6. Clock winding under 17 seconds to play in the opening quarter. 6-6 ball game.
On their past 2 third downs, they've tried to go to the outside of the field.
They'll run it outside. This time tripped up along the 25. Going to be right close to the first down. Hunt on the carry. That's the final play of the quarter. We'll sort it out when we get back. Leake 6, Tri-County 6 after 1.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplement. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280 on the north side of the square in Carthage.
When memories matter most, trust Wilcox Funeral Home to honor your loved one's legacy with compassion and dignity. Our caring team walks with you every step of the way, providing comfort and support during life's most difficult moments. From personalized services to attentive planning, Wilcox Funeral Home is your partner in remembrance and healing. Celebrate a life well lived, because every story deserves to be told, cherished, and never forgotten. Wilcox Funeral Home. Our family, serving your family for 90 years now. Jordan Street, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
After 12 minutes, Leake Academy Rebels 6, Tri-County Academy Rebels 6. Philip Palmertree and Cooper Sanders with you at Joe Costello Stadium in Florida. Glad to have you with us. 1st and 10 for Tri-County. They're on the move at the Rebel 25. Again, big room to run for Hunt. He's going to break through the crowd and head into the end zone on a 25-yard touchdown jaunt on the very first play of the second quarter. 12-6. Tri-County in front.
Yeah, Hunt now surpassing 500 yards rushing on the year for Tri-County Academy. And another big touchdown. Look at a 12-6 game.
2-point conversion coming. Keeper for Johnson. He works to the outside, and he'll coast into the end zone for the 2-point play and make it 14-6 in favor of the home team. We'll return with the Morris Pharmacy kickoff as Leake Academy football continues.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Good health is our priority.
The new clinic is open. Premier Medical Group in Carthage has opened their new clinic at 300 South Pearl Street, and they welcome nurse practitioners Reagan Smith and Julie Harrington to their team. Schedule your appointment with any of their providers today at 601-298-0333.
Walk into the shimmering world of Crossgates Jewelers in Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story and represent the memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologist will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repairs ensures your cherished items are in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
Boswell Media Sports.
Fair catch at the 30. Morris Pharmacy kickoff. Rebels take over with 11:53 to go, second quarter. Second quarter presented by Welch Forest Products. It's 14-6 after a 58-yard drive from Tri-County to answer the Rebel touchdown.
And the Tri-County offensive line was just getting yelled at for the last drive where they allowed or helped a rushing touchdown. So that shows you that, you know, sometimes perfection is the standard at some places like this.
Line of scrimmage somehow at the 31, but that's where Leake will take over. Nothing to the left, going to the right, but just fighting back to the line of scrimmage is Garrett Adcock on a carry on first down. I want to remind you that Premier Medical Carthage is the wellness sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Their clinic in Carthage opens 7:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. 4 wide receiver set. Right hash, Wilcox calls for the snap. Looking to his left, Throws, pass caught in Tri-County territory. Falling down after making the catch is Wright Palokas at the 46. So the Rebels get 19 plus 3, 22 yards on that pass and catch. Good job, Wright Palokas adjusting to the ball. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Palokas came back. He stopped in his route and came back and able to make the catch on the ground. Nice placement there by Wilcox.
2-by-2 set. Wilcox Under some pressure, throws too deep, but yeah, the receiver was held back at the 30-yard line. That Tri-County secondary is trying to play very physical against the Rebel defenders, and it's causing them to commit some penalties.
And I've also noticed they're playing behind because there's been a few situations where George Wilcox has overthrown it, and those safeties have almost been there to make the catch, so they're kind of anticipating a potential overthrow to try to get an interception.
Penalty for holding, 10-yard mark off. And it'll be a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down for L.A. with 11:02 to play in the second quarter. Drive summaries, stats presented tonight by Wilcox Funeral Home. Grill smoke settling over the playing surface in Flora. It's not fog. 1st and 10. Setting his feet, throwing deep. Wilcox out of bounds, right side, intended for Page.
Yeah, just a little overthrown. He got it a little too much veering to the right side. So faded a little too much towards the sideline.
Line of scrimmage to 37, 2nd and 10. Rebels down 8 points to Tri-County in the second quarter in this 1 versus 2 matchup. They'll stack Wilkerson and Warren to the left. And a handoff. Good job breaking through to the second level by Adcock. Hard running down to the Tri-County 26-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 12 and a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
And I believe that was Houston Mullins over there that saved that drive or saved that play for Tri-County as he held onto the jersey of Adcock. If he wouldn't have had that jersey, Adcock was making a house call. But saving the play by just hanging on to the laundry.
The 27, 2 receivers to each side. Palokas on the outside of the left, Warren in the slot. Wilcox looking to the sideline. And now Leake will use a Lee Realty timeout with 10:20 to play in the second quarter. Rebels 14 and Tri-County 6. We'll keep it here through the timeout. We didn't get to tell you about some of the other games going on tonight in MAIS action. Columbia, who is in first place in power points by just a fraction of a point. They're hosting Bowling Green. Washington, the 4 seed coming into tonight at West Memphis, Arkansas. In 4A action, Park Lane at Simpson, Brookhaven at MRA. In 2A, 2A Winston playing at 4A Lamar. And then a 4A matchup, always a big rivalry, Heritage at Starkville Academy. And then in public school action, some interesting games. St. Andrews plays at 8-0 Union. Warren Central at Neshoba Central. Pelahatchie at Scott Central. Leake Central at Newton County. Eupora at Philadelphia. And this one's for you, Coop Ethel at Nanawaya.
Yeah, I covered the Ethel Tigers and graduated from Nanawaya, so that will be interesting. And Coach Junior Graham over at Ethel, if you know anything about the Ware Lions, the history of them.
Junior Graham, an absolute legend in Mississippi high school football. All right, 1st and 10 back from the timeout. Snap back to Wilcox, sets his feet, throws over the middle, caught inside the 15. Down to the 10, Easton Page from the slot going in, and John Hudson Bates kept him out of the end zone, but it's 1st and goal for the Rebels in the Performance Therapy red zone.
Yeah, nice throw there over there, just on that cross route and found him. The tackle made by the defender. A nice play there for the Rebels.
1st and goal, L.A. Right along the 10. Adcock, nothing to the inside, trying to break to the outside and gets tripped up. Cooper Johnson came up from his safety position and grabbed him around the shins, wouldn't let him break loose. No gain on the play. Gain of 3 down to the 7, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, it was almost no gain, but he was able to fall forward a little bit and make that stumbling fall to the ground. Stumbled forward, got a few extra yards.
The Rebels inside the 10, trying to answer Tri-County's score. On the right hash, Adcock on the carry, left side, rumbling down up to about the 2-yard line, it looks like. Gain of 5 on the play. Rebels will have 3rd and goal from about the 2. Big 3rd down play coming up as we go under 9 minutes to play in the Welch Forest Products second quarter. 3 wide receivers out to the right. Keeper Wilcox breaking to the outside, plowing forward, and he's across the painted line. That's 6 for the Rebels. 14-12 after the Weaver Tax and Accounting touchdown run from George Wilcox, his 2nd of the night.
Yeah, he needed the answer, and he answered for his 2nd rushing touchdown. Just a big run there by Wilcox. He barrels through. You don't even want to tackle that guy.
He was using that size, that big 6'3" frame, to plow across the painted line. 2-point attempt coming up for the Rebels, trailing by 2, middle part of the second quarter. Got to see if you can tie this one up here. 14-12, here's the 2-point conversion with 1 receiver left, 2 to the right, and an H-back. Bring Wilkerson in motion left to right. Roll out Wilcox that way. He's throwing, and a pass intended for Weaver in the back corner of the end zone was underthrown and intercepted. So the extra point attempt, no good. 14-12. Tri-County in front with 8:48 to go in tonight's second pharmacy kickoff. But, Coop, it was really important for Leake to answer there.
Yeah, they needed that one, and they needed to get in the end zone. Because now if Tri-County does score and they go for 2 and get it, it's a 2-possession game. This is why 2-point conversions make the big difference.
Tri-County 14, Leake Rebels 12. 8:48 to go in the quarter. And, of course, in high school ball, when a pass like that's intercepted or there's a turnover on a 2-point attempt or an extra point attempt, the play's dead. At that point, college and pro, that can be returned for 2 the other way, but it's a dead ball at that point in high school ball. So Joey Saki has it teed up at the 40 for the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff. Line drive kick taken at the 29, up the numbers right side, past the 40 to the 45, 46-yard line. Caden Monk wraps up Luke Moberly, and good field position for Tri-County. They lead at 14-12 with 8:41 to go in the second.
Yeah, and Moberly let that one go to Johnson on the last time, but you could just see the way he was running after that ball. He wanted that football. The freshman wanted to get a little return there, wanted to prove himself, but the Rebel was able to stop him after just a few yards.
69 yards on the drive, 14-12 game. Line of scrimmage the 46, and again, Tri-County's in that tight formation, handing off to Hunt, crashing through the right side for about 6 to the Rebel 49, where he has stood up and pushed back. Joey Saki and Caden Monk leading the attack. Gavin Gamillion also helping clean that one up.
Yeah, big quarterback, big running back. You know, they're just using the size and speed and just powering through.
2nd down and 5. Handoff close to the line for the first down is Johnson, the quarterback. Knee went down at the Leake 45. It'll be 3rd and 1 as we go under 8 minutes in the second.
Yeah, the Rebels get a nice break on that spot of the ball. That was going to be right at the 45.
Out of the shotgun. Hunt on the carry. He's hitting the backfield, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Big 3rd down stop for the Rebels. They give him about a foot, and that's a generous spot as well. But Kobe Kemp, Carter Pigg getting back there to stop it.
Yeah, he tried to reach over the top. You could see his top half of his body was leaning over, but then Kobe Kemp comes in and hits him at the shoulders to knock him back where he can't get that first.
Big 4th down play, 4th and 1. Rebels crowd the line of scrimmage defensively straight ahead. Johnson got hit but stayed upright and able to twist forward for a couple, maybe 3 down to the 42, and that will get Tri-County a first down.
Yeah, just being a big-time player there for his team. The senior making a big play when it's needed to keep the drive going. Because this is where the Rebels needed a stop. Tri-County needed to keep this rolling. They needed to pick up big plays when they needed it, and they got what they needed on that fourth.
From the 42, hand off to new back in the game, Cade Hunt. He gets to the outside, 30, 25, 20, cuts the inside, but Joshua Gray won't let him get past the 18-yard line. But there is a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's going against Tri-County. Well, the penalty get marked back 10 yards. 1st and 20. Back at the Tri-County 48. Rolling out right side, Johnson looking to throw. Puts it out there, but it looks like the receiver's foot was out of bounds from here, but the official says he caught it at the 33, and if we had instant replay, they'd be looking at that one.
Yeah.
But it's as it is, yeah.
You're only going to get that instant replay in the state championship, though.
Gain of 19. So 2nd and 1. They get back in that big set. Hand off Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 25. The Rebels gang up on him at the 25 and stop him there after a gain of 8.
Yeah, this Tri-County offense is getting what they want here. They're just finding the plays they need and converting.
Whistles blow before the snap on 1st and 10. They were trying to move with some tempo, but it's going to be a legal procedure against Tri-County. While they mark that back, the Wi-Fi connection's not what we want it to be. We're going to try to move our hotspot around in a little bit and see if that helps us out. We've been struggling with that since we went on the air about 6 o'clock, so y'all hang with us. It's not a lot you can do with internet connectivity, but we're going to do anything we can. 1st and 15 now from the 30. Fake, keeper, left side, room to run. Johnson to the outside. He's got the first down. He's got more. Will Garner can't get him down. He goes inside the 10 and breaks through another tackle at the 5, and he is standing in the end zone after a 30-yard touchdown run.
Wow. I mean, he ran with speed and power. That's what you have to do to beat the Rebels, is you have to have speed and power, and he had both on that run, evading tackles and running over potential tacklers. Gets himself to the end zone.
Johnson, not a really big quarterback, but boy, he was running with strength and able to get past defenders. Here's the 2-point attempt. Give straight ahead, Hunt. He is in the end zone, gets it across the painted line. 2 more for Tri-County. They lead it 22-20 with 5:48 to go second quarter. Back as Leake Academy football continues.
Life is full of surprises, but with the right insurance, you can be prepared for whatever comes your way.
At South Group Insurance, they offer tailored insurance solutions for your home, auto, business, and farm. Whether it's protecting your family or securing your future, they're always there to help.
South Group Insurance agents are local, experienced, and ready to help provide personalized service that's right for you.
South Group Insurance, just off the Court Square in Carthage.
Need to make your team stand out? In Sports has you covered. From high-quality screen printing on jerseys and fan gear to top-notch sports equipment, we bring your game to the next level. Celebrate your victories with our professional trophies and plaques, perfect for every champion. Whether you're gearing up for the season or commemorating a win, trust In Sports, where local teams shine brighter. Gear up, play hard, win big. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Tri-County recovers a muff kickoff return at the 41-yard line in Rebel territory. Kicked a line drive kick, went off a Rebel, and one of the Tri-County coverage team guys hopped on it.
I mean, yeah, that one was just straight up in the air, and looked like the front side of the Rebel return team just didn't want to catch that one, and then it falls past 10 yards, and it's recoverable for an onside kick recovery.
The Rebel 41. Up the middle, big gain, 6 yards to the 35. Hard running from name you've heard a lot tonight, Hayden Hunt.
And now if you're the Rebels, you can't let Tri-County stick a dagger in you. If they score again, you can't let that be the dagger. You have to keep fighting, keep having resiliency, and you just have to play your best ball.
Lee Realty timeout with 5:34 to play in quarter number 2. Tri-County 22, Leake 12. Tri-County just went 54 yards on that previous drive, got the 30-yard score from their legs of their quarterback, Cooper Johnson. And then they've recovered kickoff. They're trying to really stretch out this lead.
Yeah, they're playing hard, and they are just attacking just the weak parts of the Leake Academy defense. I mean, they're finding everything they want, getting everything they need, and just really dominating with the run here tonight.
Yeah, their run game every bit as good as advertised. Coming out of the Lee Realty timeout, 2nd and 4. Coach Philip Watson's talked to his offense. Coach Watson 74-12 as a head coach in Flora. His 7th year, 3 state titles. Keeper Johnson, nothing inside. Now steps back in. Carter Pigg wraps him up. Will get him down. Not till he gets to the 30-yard line. Leake says they've recovered a fumble on the play. Carter Pigg's holding the football. Officials talking about it. They're going to say it stays with Tri-County. 1st and 10, Tri-County at the Leake 30. Against a 9-man box, getting to the outside. Hunt, he's got a big gain, 1st down. There is a flag down. I think wide receiver was holding out on the far side outside the numbers, and they'll bring that back. Colton Jones did a little too much there on Joshua Gray. That play coming back. So it's walked back from the point of the infraction.
Long yardage situation.
So
first was going to have to be big here.
1st and 11. The 31. Personnel changes going on here for Tri-County. They've got plenty of time in the play clock. Sweeping to the outside. Cade Hunt breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Will get positive yardage, and as he angles out of bounds at the 21, gets 6 yards on 1st down. He's 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Tri-County just gradually moving up the field yard by yard. They're getting just about every play, they're getting about 6 yards, then they're getting the extra 5 or 6 they need, and just getting 10 yards, 2 plays at a time, it seems.
From the right hash at the Rebel 26. Hand off Hunt. He's got about 5 yards. Getting close to the 1st down. He'll be about 2 yards short. 3rd and short for this strong Tri-County running attack.
And that's how they're being successful, is with the strength. You know, once a defender is getting there, they're driving them an extra 3 yards. You know, you're going to have to get them to the ground as soon as you hit them instead of letting them drive you a few more yards.
Tri-County trying to take advantage of kind of a stolen possession off, in that extra possession off the recovery of the kickoff. They go straight ahead, but flags are down. Official from the far side coming in, seeing a penalty. Sideline warning against Leake is the call, so that's a warning there, not penalty yardage. Clock stopped with 3:24 to play in the Welch Forest Products second quarter. Alan Olivo comes out, Talon Dillard comes in. Tanner Walsworth down there on the defensive line for Leake as they're trying to rotate some personnel against these guys who are punching Leake right in the mouth right now. 1st and 10. And breaking a tackle going down to the 5-yard line is Cade Hunt. Tell you what, Coop, yards after contact, pretty big number for Tri-County in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, these Hunt boys are running hard and they're running with power and they're not going down very easily.
They're in the the performance therapy red zone. 1st and goal from the 6. Cade Hunt going left side, runs into resistance down about the 2-yard line, maybe the 3. Be 2nd and goal from the 3. Clock under 2:24 to play from the left hash. Hand off the older Hunt, Hayden Hunt, straight ahead, and he plows into the end zone for a Tri-County touchdown with 2:17 to go before halftime.
Yeah, they're just getting everything they want with the run game, and Leake Academy defensive line, just looking a little vulnerable.
2-point conversion. Keeper Johnson going to the right, and he finds his way, steps lightly into the end zone for 2 more, and it is 30-12 with 2:17 to go before halftime. We're more or less caught up on breaks, and this officiating crew has not given us the full 60 seconds on any kickoff, so we're going to keep it here. We had to be rushed coming back. To put some points up late in the half, 2:16 to go second quarter.
Yeah, you really need to score here if you're the Rebels, because if you can go in, score right here, make it a 2-possession game, then you're going to get the ball back at halftime, have an opportunity to make it a 1-possession game. They've already been down 1 possession at one point tonight, came back and made it a tie game. So you just got to take it possession by possession.
Leake has scored on each of their last 2 possessions. 4 wide receiver set. Throw deep over the middle. Caught by Riles Wilkerson at the 35. He's tackled immediately. 22-yard gain, 23 down to the 34-yard line. Central Mississippi Animal first down. Great catch by the sophomore.
Oh, yeah, he goes up into the air, and he makes a fantastic grab to get his team a first down.
Rebels get to the line quickly. Hand off. Adcock room to run. 30. And trying to cut back to the inside down to the 28-yard line, or 27. They'll mark him there. They'll pick up about 6, 7, we'll call it 7 on that play. 2nd and 3.
A little bit of a different approach tonight from Wilcox. He's already found 5 different receivers in this first half when he only had 2 for about 3 quarters last week.
Again, handoff Adcock, but he's tripped up just coming past the line of scrimmage. A hole had opened up for him, but then a flag comes out late away from the end of the play, so this may be a dead ball situation.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like there was some pushing and shoving going on over there on that far side from here. It looked to be involved in it. It looked like Wilkerson was involved in it, but he may have been the victim. Yeah.
It's going to go against Tri-County, it looks like. Personal foul, face mask, the call. So add 15 onto the end of the play. The ball set down at the 14 in the performance therapy red zone with 1:33 to play before half. Timeout called by Tri-County. We'll take it with them late second quarter.
Navigate your way to Carthage Collision Center. Easy to find, right on Highway 16 in Carthage. Our professionals offer exceptional repair services, getting you back on the road in no time. Experience unparalleled customer service coupled with cutting-edge technology. Call us 601-267-4727. Make a turn towards peace of mind with Carthage Collision Center, where quality meets reliability.
Hunting season is here, and Leake County Co-op has everything you need to get ready. From ammunition to deer attractants, premium deer feed, and the seed to plant your perfect food plot, they've got you covered. And cattlemen, don't forget, it's almost time to plant ryegrass and winter wheat for winter grazing. Lock in the best pricing by prepaying for your ryegrass seed before October 15th. So whether you're headed to the woods or the pasture, come see us at Leake County Co-op, where neighbors help neighbors since 1936.
Boswell Media Sports.
Coming out of the timeout, 1st and 10 Rebels at the Tri-County 14 right hash. 3 wide receivers way out to the left, 1 to the right. Looking left, throwing right. Pass could have been a touchdown, but went through the hands of Page at about the 2-yard line, incomplete.
Yeah, Page just couldn't quite reach his hands out to get that one. He had defenders right behind him. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
Tri-County with an 18-point lead. Leake really needing to narrow that gap before halftime. 2nd and 10. Wilcox looking left to throw. Going toward the end zone. Is going to be overthrown, intended in the corner for Gage Warren.
It's going to be a big 3rd down here.
Gage Warren was talking to the official when he was heading back to the huddle. I think he may have been complaining that he was grabbed and held.
Sounds like another helicopter might be flying over the field. Some loud sounds in the air.
Screen pass complete, but going to be nowhere to go for Adcock. He's tackled maybe a yard behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 11 from the 15. Good job by Tri-County to sniff out the Rebels' plan right there.
Yeah, the pass was a little high, so Adcock had to leap up for it, which, of course, throws off your timing. Of course, if he catches that in stride, he's able to pick up a few yards and potentially maybe create enough space for a 1st down, but having to leap up in the air throws off your timing a little bit. You don't have just that instant turn.
Rebels look like they're going to use a Lee Realty timeout. Let it tick down to 32 seconds to play before the end of the 2nd quarter. Leake uses their final timeout. Tri-County's got 2 if they were interested in using them, but right now it's all about Leake trying to convert a 4th and 11 play from the 15-yard line, trailing 30-12.
And if you have a trick play up your sleeve, I think this is the time to use it if you're Leake Academy. You know, maybe if you have something like a Philly special, get a little reverse to Easton Page, get him rolling out to the right, and have George Wilcox going on a corner route to the end zone. That'd work perfect for you.
The entire offense gathered around Coach Corey Burns and Coach Brian Pickkins along the numbers, about the 30-yard line on the far sideline. We'll remind everybody that Premier Medical Carthage is the wellness sponsor of Leake Academy football. Fourth and 11 from the 15. Set the ball set on the left hash. Got to get to the 4. Wilcox looks at the defensive front. Bring Page in motion, but now Coach Philip Wasson of Tri-County will spend one of his timeouts, and we'll pause once again with still 32 seconds to go before half. At the Carthage Veterinary Clinic halftime report, we'll scour the internet for some scores. And we'll also talk about, as I mentioned, we'll take our friend Cooper, who's our color commentator, first year in this. We'll talk about PowerPoints a little bit and kind of where things are and where things are headed and how things work with the postseason plan. All that and more coming up at the Carthage Veterinary Clinic halftime. Go ahead.
Oh, I've dealt with PowerPoints just a little bit. I covered Kemper Academy football for a few years, but He plays 8-man, which really only had one season. I really had to keep up with PowerPoints, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, well, I learn more every year.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Rebels set up 4th and 11 from the 15. Big play in this first half. Wilcox to throw. Pressure from the backside. Throw into the end zone, and it's intercepted in the end zone. Coming out of the end zone off the left side to the 20, the 25, and then tackled there is Peyton Patridge. And the Rebels turn it over with 20 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, they were on the same page. I mean, Warren was running a comeback route while Wilcox was throwing for a go route. And if you're not on the same page, the ball's not going to be where it needs to be. Therefore, I mean, it's going to be an interception and just a costly turnover there, and that's where the Rebels really needed a touchdown on that drive.
Tri-County sets up at the 24-yard line, and they just need to put a knee down, and they're going to be content to head to the locker room, leading Leake 30-12 in this MAIS 3A District 2 1 versus 2 contest. And it's been Tri-County in charge in the first half. We'll talk about the stats and more during the Carthage Veterinary Clinic halftime report. We hope you'll stay with us. Leake Academy football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
Build your barn with Ozark Ag from the ground up. Expanding your poultry operation is simple and fast when you turn to the poultry pros that you'll find at Ozark Ag. They're your go-to partner for poultry barn construction. So let's check that checklist, shall we? Full service design and build? Check. Equipment installation? Check, check. And service that lasts long after the barn is finished? Check, check, check. And by the way, this just in, check. Build strong together. Call or go by to get started. Ozark Ag, Highway 16, Carthage.
My knee rehab was 100% successful thanks to Performance Therapy. They sat down with me and created a plan to ensure I would achieve my personal rehabilitation goals, and they encouraged me to get the most out of every session. Performance Therapy provided plenty of material for me to continue my rehab in between sessions too. Hopefully I don't have to see them in the future, but if I did, I would definitely choose Performance Therapy again.
For more information, go to performancetherapyms.com. Performance Therapy, Carthage, Philadelphia, and Forest.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplements. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280 on the north side of the square in Carthage.
Walk into the shimmering world of Cross Gates Jewelers and Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story and represent the memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologist will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repairs ensures your cherished items are in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
Guess what, people?
When memories matter most, trust Wilcox Funeral Home to honor your loved one's legacy with compassion and dignity. Our caring team walks with you every step of the way, providing comfort and support during life's most difficult moments. From personalized services to attentive planning, Wilcox Funeral Home is your partner in remembrance and healing. Celebrate a life well lived, because every story deserves to be told, cherished, and never forgotten. Wilcox Funeral Home, our family, serving your family for 90 years now. Jordan Street, Carthage.
Baptist League Rural Health Clinics have a variety of healthcare options with primary care, pediatrics, and women's health. providing care at 3 locations in Carthage, Walnut Grove, and Madden. Call 601-267-1470 today to schedule your appointment. Extended hours and Saturdays are available at our primary care clinic located in Carthage. Baptist Leake, making your health care our #1 priority.
Philadelphia Gun and Pine, the original since 1974.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn reminds you, size matters.
Which is why they have the largest collection of firearms your eyes have ever seen.
They carry a huge selection of Liberty and Browning safes in stock, and delivery is available.
Save 25% off select used firearms while you can.
Always giving you more bang for your buck.
Visit Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, 910 Posey Avenue in Philadelphia.
The original Philadelphia Gun and Pine.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
Boswell Media Sports.
Veterinary Clinic, halftime from Joe Costello Stadium, campus of Tri-County Academy. Tri-County, #1 team in 3A, leading Leake Academy, the #2 team in MAIS 3A, 30-12. Philip Palmertree and Cooper Sanders with you. Brooklyn Wade's our camera operator, and our studio producer is Billy Steen. And we're trying to make our way through some inconsistent internet, and we've had some video flickering as well. It's just been a tough first half. It's been a tough first half for the Rebels, particularly on the defensive side of the ball as they trail it 30-12. And we'll talk about the story of the first half, and then we'll we may even have some scores to talk about then, and then a break, and we'll talk about stats and anything else. Oh, and we'll talk about PowerPoints as well before this halftime break's over. But in this ball game, Leake kicked off to Tri-County, and they went on a 3-minute drive, a 44-second drive, 2 plays. And it was their senior running back, Hayden Hunt, coming around the left corner for 60 yards on the second play of the ball game for the touchdown. They couldn't get the 2-point in on a run. It was 6-0 Tri-County right away. Leake was able to get into the performance therapy red zone on their first drive, but things stalled out and the Rebels failed to convert on downs. Gave it over to Tri-County at the 20, forced 3 plays and a punt, got the ball back at their own 32, and the Rebels went to work on a drive that took 1 minute and 13 seconds. Got a touchdown, 3-yard run by senior quarterback George Wilcox. Kick was missed off to the left, and it was 6-6 with 2:41 to play in the opening quarter. Tri-County then got the ball back at their own 42. They went to work, scored on the first play of quarter number 2. So that drive took 2 minutes, 47 seconds. And again, it was Hunt, this time going up the middle, 25 yards straight ahead. The quarterback, Cooper Johnson, ran in the 2-point conversion, made it 14-6 in favor of TC early second quarter. But then Leake answered, 69-yard drive. Another George Wilcox touchdown, that one from 2 yards out. Pass for the 2-point conversion failed. It was intercepted in the end zone, and 14-12 Tri-County the lead there with 8:48 to go in the second quarter. And then this sequence over that final 8 minutes or so is where the game has turned right now, because at that point it was just trading blows. Tri-County went downfield in 3 minutes, 54 yards. Got a 30-yard run from their quarterback, Cooper Johnson, around the left side. Tremendous run, breaking tackles. They got the extra point on a run by Hunt and extended the lead to 2 scores, 22-12. And then what happened next has really turned the course of this game in the first half. They do a little short kick over the front line of the Leake kickoff return team. Ball loose on the ground. Tri-County able to hop on it, take over at the 41 in Rebel territory, and then they went down the field, scored in about 3.5 minutes. And it was, again, Hayden Hunt going into the end zone this time from the 3 for his second touchdown of the night. And the Tri-County Rebels able also to get the extra point in on a run and make it 30-12. Leake got as deep as the 6-yard line. The 11-yard line, could not score from there, and threw a 4th down interception right before the end of the half. That's where we stand at 30-12. I'm going to bring in our Baptist Memorial Hospital Leake Gilbert Barham color commentator, Cooper Sanders. Cooper, what you got? I'm going to put you on alert about scores. I'm going to give you 2 that have come in to my phone just in the last couple of minutes. Kosciuszko leading Yazoo City at halftime 20-0. And then looking over at MAIS action, I've got a Jackson Prep score. Jackson Prep, now I don't have it up who they're playing, but they're up 49-6 at halftime. I'll confirm who they're playing in just a second. I just had somebody send me 49-6 Prep half. So thought I had that up on my prep sheet, but I don't. But let's toss it to you. What have you found?
Yeah, scores are just a little hard to come by tonight. I'm struggling. Twitter's not giving us the updates tonight. The people who are usually posting the scores on Twitter aren't at the games. I'm scrolling on Facebook, but a few I have for you. That Ethel-Nanawuya game. Nanawuya leads 20-16 at halftime. Presbyterian Christian up 35-0 over St. Stanislaus. Just a few more, looks like. Just had one. Tupelo up 21-6 on Horn Lake up in North Mississippi. A little interesting for those other Rebel fans, not to be confused with the other Rebels being Tri-County, but Clinton High School leading Oxford 16-7 tonight. Oxford starting a freshman quarterback. His name's Knox Kiffin.
Heard that name somewhere.
Oh, yeah. His Gainesville High School might be watching that game a little bit tonight to see what Knox Kiffin has, if rumors are true, sadly. Just looking for some other scores. They're hard to come by tonight. Choctaw County up 14-13 on Winona at one point. Actually looks like it's 21-21 at halftime, as that's a big-time 3A game on the MHSAA level. Still looking for scores. It's just
slim pickings out here on this week 9 Friday night.
Got a Kirk Academy 27-7 lead over Regents.
But whether I'm on the Wi-Fi or whether I'm on cell coverage, it's just hard to right now. Hard to get any good signal as well as scores. It's been a frustrating evening in Flora on that regard. We're glad to have you all with us on Cruising 98.3 and also on the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. You should click subscribe and you'll get a notification when we go on the air with Leake Academy football and for Rebel basketball. We'll have a big announcement about that next Friday night when we play final regular season ball game at home against the Central Hines Cougars. So Rebels and Cougars next Friday night from Thagard Field, 7 o'clock kickoff, and the Crossgates Jewelers pregame will precede that, starting about 10 minutes after 6. Back to you, Coop.
Yeah, at halftime, Simpson hanging in there with Park Lane. They trail 21-13. So Simpson putting up a fight down there in Macomb.
Well, let's shift gears here for just a minute and talk PowerPoints in 3A. And, of course, there's been a realignment. And in 3A, the teams who finish 1 through 4 will compete in a 2-week playoff for a Division I championship. Leake and Tri-County are pretty much assured of finishing in that top 4. Particularly if we take care of business, both teams take care of business next week. Tri-County will be playing at Riverfield, and Leake, as I mentioned, will be hosting Central Hines. Columbia and Washington are the other two teams coming into tonight's action who were in that top 4. So if we were ending the season right now, we'd have a 14 playoff, Columbia the 1 seed, Tri-County the 2, Leake the 3, and Washington the 4. But that will surely be shuffled around regardless of the outcome of this ball game that we're at halftime with Tri-County leading 30-12. If you're interested, the next 5 through 12 are in this order: ACCS, Marshall, Central Hines, Bowling Green, Wayne, Emmett, Rossville, and St. Aloysius. So those teams would compete under the new rules for a Division II playoff title that takes place over 3 weeks. So the schedule's going to look like this. We'll play the final regular season 1 week from tonight, Halloween night, on the 4-8-8. Then in the 3A, the top 4 won't play the next week. It'll be an open date. Everybody gets a bye. And we'll play semifinals hosted by the 1 and 2 seed teams. The winners of those 2 games will play at Jackson Academy on Thursday, November 20th at 7 p.m. So that would be a Thursday night. But you got to win 2 more ball games after tonight's action to get to that point. And, of course, the PowerPoint system that we've referred to and that Cooper's been exposed to as well, it's still pretty much the same. It tries to reward teams for playing good competition, tries to create the most even playoff matchups early in the season, early in the playoff rounds, and really create a system where you're most likely to get the 2 best teams on the field at the championship game. The public school system, as great as it is with the regions, is not set up to do that.
Yeah.
So that's one advantage. Some people can critique the formula and why it gives weight to this and not to that. But at the end of the day, the thing that I think, final thing I'll say about it, the good thing about the MAIS system is that it is transparent. And you may not agree with how they set the formula up to get to the points, but you can go on the website, look at exactly how your team, whether it's Leake or somebody else, how they got to the number of points that they had. Leake, for what it's worth, has 38.125 points, and system lays out all the math of how they got to that point by who they beat and how much they beat them by and that sort of thing. And so it does at least create, as opposed to like a college football playoff committee situation where people close the door and go in a room and decide what the seeding is.
Yeah. This
is out there in the open.
Yeah. Now, Philip, let me ask you this. With
Yes.
the new divisions, as a head coach, picture this. You're the head football coach of an MAIS team.
Okay.
Do you want to be 4th or 5th?
If it's me, I want to be 4th because I want that Division I trophy. I think people the criticism you can make, the critique you can make of this new system is that Division II championship. It's hard to look at it as anything other than a 5th place trophy.
Yeah.
Now, trophies are trophies, and look, in volleyball, they played volleyball at Mississippi College this past week, MAIS championships. MRA's girls won Division I. Pillow won a hard-fought contest for that Division II, so they were the 5th place team as things were seeded out. But I'll tell you, looking at the pictures on Facebook, those girls all had smiles on their faces, and they had accomplished something, and that's not to be just dismissed.
Of course. Now, do you think schools they'll note on their press boxes or on their scoreboards Division I state champions or 2025 Division I state MAS Division I? Or do you think teams will put Division II, or do you think it'll be like normal and just say state championship?
Well, you ask a question that I'm going to say I don't know the answer to that question, and I'll go ahead and reveal a little secret here. One of the reasons we're here talking about it is because my plan A for a halftime interview did not work out. I tried early in the week multiple times to get Chris Chance, who's the director of athletics for MAIS, to record a phone interview with me, and I was going to ask him some of these questions. I told him the questions I was going to ask. I wasn't trying to surprise him with something or I have no interest in making MAIS look bad for this. I just wanted to explain to our audience how it works and how they think the new realignment's going. I was going to toss softball questions at him, but did not get granted that opportunity. And don't know exactly why, but we're going to try again, and I don't think there's anything, I don't think there's any animosity or anybody hiding from anybody, but it didn't work out. And so here we are little bit ignorant talking about it. But bottom line is Leake's got work to do in this second half, of course, trailing by 18, and but still everything you want still within in reach in terms of November.
Yeah, everything you need. You know, you still control your own fate. Yeah. You know, that's one of the good things. You know, you think about it. You know, it's a loss. It's tough, but it's a loss to a. If it is a loss, if you do, whichever team does not come out on top in this game, you know, it's a quality team on the other side.
Yeah.
It's a team that, you know, you'll most likely see again. You know, this is just round 1 of 2025.
Well, with that, we'll take one quick break and come back with the start of the third quarter as Leake Academy football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
If spending days looking for top dollar for your timber has left you feeling like you're barking up the wrong tree, then I would listen closely. Welch Forest Products in Union does it better than anyone and with the least possible damage to your property. Whether it's management, forestry care, pine plantation, thinning, or site prep, the last number you'll dial is 601-774-8200. They buy land with or without timber too. Call Bo Welch now at Welch Forest Products today. 601-774-8200.
Roll into Junction Deli, where nourishment meets journey. On the menu, delectable breakfast, lunch, and supper. Whether you're in Philadelphia, Newton, Union, Carthage, Louisville, Oxford, or Scuba, we're the local pit stop that blends the allure of delicious food with the convenience of a fuel station. Remember, when your stomach grumbles or your tank covers on empty, we're just around the corner. Download the Junction app for ordering convenience and look for the new car wash in Louisville next to Walmart.
Boswell Media Sports.
We're ready to start the third quarter. It's presented by Westside Body Shop. Leake receives the kickoff to start the second half, and if there was ever an important drive to score on, you'd have to think this qualifies as that kind of drive when you're trailing 30-12.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to say that you absolutely have to, but I mean, you have to score.
Sure
here.
Is important. The Rebels will get back to work offensively. They've scored on 2 of 4 drives in the half. Tri-County scored on 4 of 6. And a fair catch made at the 35-yard line. Leake starts there, second half. Glad to have you with us. Tonight's broadcast powered by Central Electric Power Association.
Rebels coming back out. We're gonna see on this drive what Coach Pickkins said in the locker room.
Left to the wide side, one to the right. To throw, Wilcox gets rid of it quickly and dropped at the 45 by Gage Warren. It'll be 2nd and 10. Paul on target.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays you needed there. Yeah, that had been a nice first down to get momentum rolling. Now the momentum's slightly facing against you. You got a 2nd and long.
Ball at the right hash. Rebels moving right to left in white. 2 receivers to the left. Give is to Adcock, and he is stopped before he can get to the line of scrimmage. He loses a yard. 3rd and 11 coming up, and Brian Bergeron made the tackle. Kobe Kemp in as a tight end for L.A. Easton Page split out, and Garrett Adcock split out to the right. Pelokas and Warren out to the left. Flags right at the snap. It's going to be a legal procedure against the Rebels. And again, when we say Rebels tonight, we're talking about Leake. When we say we want to talk about Tri-County, we're calling them Tri-County or TC. Because if I say Rebels to talk about both, I'm going to get confused. And if I'm confused, you're confused. 3rd down and 16. Rebels need to get to the 45 to move the chains on this opening drive of the Westside Body Shop third quarter. 3 receivers and an H-back set to the left. Wilcox setting up to throw, stepping up, out to his right, under pressure. Throws into the sideline. Is it caught? It looks like it's caught for a first down at the 47-yard line. Great catch out there.
Yeah, Page needed that one.
Easton Page gathered it in. 2 feet down on the far sideline. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
Yeah, Page needed that one. He gets to the sideline, makes the grab where it's needed.
Gain of 18. First down. Throw into traffic intended for Warren at about the 43. But he and Palokas were in mighty close to each other there, and they had attracted quite a few Navy-shirted Tri-County defenders.
Yeah, a lot of traffic right there around the 45-yard line.
10:44 to go, third quarter. Leake trails 30-12 in this 1 versus 2 Week 9 matchup. 2-by-2 set. Wilcox looks at the defense, now back at offensive coordinator Corey Burns. Maybe checking off here at the line of scrimmage. 6 on the play clock. Chest high snap. Throw into the middle of the field. Incomplete, intended for Palokas. And good job by Colton Jones sticking his right hand out and swatting the ball away. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, again, just a lot of traffic, and that's what the Tri-County defense is doing a really good job at, is creating traffic, closing gaps, and eliminating space.
Rebels faced with another 3rd and long, this time 10 yards to go. Rebels protect quarterback, throw into the far sideline, complete to Page for a gain of 11 yards, and that's a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down. Another 3rd down conversion, but wait, a flag is down. Pressure, going to tuck it, and get what he can with his legs. Get just a couple. Looks like he stepped out at the 41. Did he get anything on that play? We're kind of waiting for the ball marker to move. He did. He got 2. Ball right near the 40-yard line, 2nd and 8. Beautiful night here in Flora. If you're a photographer here, it's a dream kind of night. Somebody like Landon Rutland, who takes great pictures. SID at East Central Community College. Do great work on a night like tonight. Handoff on 2nd and 8. Short gain for Adcock up the middle. Cade Hunt, the sophomore, took him down. No gain.
And one of the impressive things about this Tri-County team is their best players play both ways. I mean, they're making plays on both sides and still dominating. They still have the energy to make big tackles on defense. They still have the energy to make big runs on offense. And just a little extra caffeine in the Gatorade or down there, I guess, because they're –
Yeah, and if you're Leake, you really need to stay in striking distance for that reason, because maybe you get a little edge in the fourth quarter. Could hit something to make it work. 3rd down, they fake to the left, roll Wilcox out to the right, throw, and it's intercepted along the far sideline. 2nd interception of the night. Wilcox throws it, it's intercepted, and brought back up near midfield.
Not what the Rebels needed. You know, he just didn't have enough loft on that. He threw a bullet when he needed just a little lob over the top, which would have allowed, I believe it was Palokas out there to get some space, but kind of threw it right there into the hands of the defender.
9:15 to go, 3rd quarter, and Tri-County gets their hands on the ball for the first time, leading by 18. Handoff up the middle. Gain of about 5, maybe 6 for Hayden Hunt, who has done the most of the ball carrying tonight for Tri-County. Rebels have an injured player, slow to get up out of that pile, safety Will Garner, but he's up and trying to walk it off, but now he goes down, and trainer David Jones will come out and check on him with 8:59 to play in the 3rd. Leake trails 30-12. We'll remind you again, we'll be at Thankard Field next Friday night. Take on Central Hines, district game, final regular season game. The last 2 Rebel offensive drives have ended in Tri-County territory with an interception.
Yeah, you just got to finish off. You got to finish off drives, and that's, of course you don't count the 2-point conversion, but that's the 3rd interception technically thrown tonight by Wilcox, and that's not the normal George Wilcox that we see on Friday nights.
Yeah, and of course what Coop's referring to was a 2-point attempt.
Yeah.
Intercepted in the end zone. That doesn't officially go in the book as an INT, but yeah, as he said, in effect it's 3. And you certainly lose the opportunity for 2 points on that play. And actually, if you get those 2 points, you're at a 30-14 game. You're within 2 scores. Right now, the Rebels are down 3 scores.
Which at the time would have been a 14-14 game. So just the mindset of the score makes a big difference.
2nd and 5 from the 48. Tight formation, handoff. Hunt breaks through to the outside. He's outside the numbers 30, 20. Rebels not going to get him. He's going to race 52 yards for a Tri-County touchdown.
Yeah, this Tri-County team is good. I mean, they are just finding just the space they need. They're attacking the Rebel defense. And they're doing a really good job of getting to the sideline and just being gone from there. I mean, just outrunning everyone. They're having just that second burst of energy each time that a Rebel defender gets near them.
They'll bring Hayden Hunt out, put Cade Hunt in. 3 touchdowns tonight for number 12. Hayden Hunt, 36-12. Here's a 2-point conversion. Keeper for Johnson. That's their favorite play. He'll follow blockers into the end zone off right tackle for 2 more, and it's Tri-County 38, Leake 12. We'll be back with the kickoff on Boswell Media Sports.
Woodstock Furniture in Philadelphia says, let's go Rebels. Woodstock Furniture has a game plan to score big-time savings for our Rebel faithful all season long. Family-owned and operated, Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia behind McAllister's has a winning tradition with their low price guarantee on furniture for every room in the house. Plus, if you buy it today, you get it today. Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia loves the Rebels like the Rebels love to win.
Sunrise over Neshoba County signals another hard-working day, and locals know just where to get the job done right. Neshoba County Co-op serves our community, supporting farmers, gardeners, and home growers with trusted supplies and friendly advice. From feed and seed to hardware and clothing, every aisle is filled with the essentials you use to make your living. Rooted in Mississippi traditions, the Neshoba County Co-op is proud to help your work flourish. Every season, every reason.
Kickoff from Tri-County, taken on a fair catch at the 30-yard line. Leake starts there, 8:40 to go in the Westside Body Shop 3rd quarter. Tri-County pulling away 38-12.
Yeah, and you need a lot of things to go your way here if you're the Rebels, and that starts just by having the mindset that you're going to make it happen. You have to go out there and say, hey, we're going to win this game. We're going to battle adversity. We have to make the plays here, and we have to make them fast at this point.
They'll put Kobe Kemp as an H-back on the left side. 2 wide receivers that way, 1 to the right. Handoff Adcock. Sees blue shirts in front of him. Tries to go, cut back to the right, but only gets a yard there, 2nd and 9 before he's tackled. And Cade Hunt brings him down. Kemp comes out. Riles Wilkerson comes in. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Wilcox looking to throw and pass through the hands of Riles Wilkerson. They had him close to the line for the first down at the 40. He was open. Ball was right there at about shoulder height, but through his hands. We've seen that a few times tonight.
And that's the second drop by the Rebels in this half. You just have to got to make catches. They're both drops on plays that
high arcing ball from Wilcox, too deep, but a whole lot of contact down there from Hunter Hildebrand, but this time it's not going to draw a flag. So the Rebels face 4th and 9, and they'll punt for the first time tonight. They'll bring out Jack Johnston.
Yeah, a lot of hands there, a lot of contact, but no flag, and Johnston's going to get some work in at punter.
Johnston punted twice in the game 2 weeks ago against Oak Hill. Did not punt in the Riverfield game last week. Caden Stovall out for a 3rd straight week, nursing an injury. High snap. Get it away under pressure. Low kick. Wobbles. Hits in Tri-County surrounded as it rolls inside the 35 to the 30. And Joey Saki will put 2 hands on it there with 7:48 to play in the 3rd quarter. Tri-County has scored on 4 consecutive drives if you take out the knee they took to end the first half. So all that to say, these guys are rolling.
Yeah, I mean, they are. I mean, I've said it once and say it again. They're doing exactly what they want to do. If they want to run this play and pick up 10 yards on it, they're going to do it. I mean, they're just getting all their plays in.
I think that's what you call imposing your will on the opponent. Hayden Hunt behind the left guard, ahead for about 2, maybe 3. The Rebels stop him there. Good gang tackling by the Rebel defense. Gavin Gamillion. Carter Pigg getting in there. Second and 8. Handoff. Rebels trying to get Hunt in the backfield. Couldn't quite get him. Caden Monk got back there but couldn't bring him down, and Hunt's able to press his way to the 35, a pickup of 2 more. It's 3rd and about 6.
And, you know, I think, of course, we said these 2 teams have a big chance of facing off against each other again. You got to talk about missing tackles, you know, because missing tackles have really hurt the Rebels here tonight. Of course, not as much on that play, but earlier in the game it was detrimental.
Cooper Johnson on the keeper. He gets to the outside, has the first down. Rebels hit him. Secondary has to chase him down past the 45. Joshua Gray and linebacker Carter Pigg. 3rd down conversion for Tri-County, gets the ball up to the 49, and that's a first down.
And coach is still coaching. Despite their team being up by a wide margin, they're still coaching them up, still just directing them on what to do in this football game.
It'll be the younger Hunt carrying the ball on first down, and he doesn't get much. Good job by the Rebels, Gavin Gamillion, and you got to tip your cap to Carter Pigg, who got back there and sort of knocked him off course. Gain of 1 right to midfield.
Yeah, Pigg making the plays that need to be made. You know, he slows him down there, and it's going to force a 2nd and long.
2nd and 9 for Tri-County. Moving left to right. Hand off, Cade Hunt trying to sweep. Has a man in front of him, still on his feet to the outside 45. Gets close to the first down in front of the Rebel bench. Somehow he escaped containment there and got to the 43-yard line, it looks like. Maybe the 42. It'll be 3rd and short. No, they say he stepped out at the 44, so it's 3rd down and 3.
He was able to evade 3 tackles on that play to pick up the yardage.
The lineup heavy to the left out of a tight formation. Keeper Johnson. Jack Johnston grabs him in the backfield, holds him up for help to arrive, and the Rebels get a rare tackle for loss here in this game. Good job, Jack Johnston, playing hard.
Yeah, that's what they needed, and it looks like they are going to send out a new unit. Yeah, they're going to take Johnson off the field, so that will be the punt unit if he's coming off. Surprised he's not the punter, too, you know, with all he's been doing.
Exactly. He's that kid who plays safety, plays the kickoff return. He's a starting quarterback. I think I saw him grilling hamburgers before the game. He does a little bit of everything. He can drive the bus for you if you need to. Here's the kick from Albritton. High kick. Fair catch made at the 15 by Leake's Easton Page. And Rebels force a punt for the 2nd time tonight. We want to thank In Sports for their sponsorship of Rebel football, the place you need to go for fan gear, plaques, trophies. Appreciate In Sports, faithful supporters of Rebel football. 38-12 our score. Leake operating from behind.
I'll tell you what kind of player Johnson is. He came off the field for that one play, and while he was off the field, he was putting his gloves on. Putting his gloves on to maybe make a catch, I don't know.
Pass in the slot, complete to Wright Palokas. He turns upfield, gets yards after the catch, 12-yard gain, and a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down on the pass from Wilcox. Good job by George getting the ball out of his hands early. Line of scrimmage now the 27.
Yeah, Palokas has his second catch, up to 34 yards on the game.
First down, they give it to Adcock. He works to the outside up the hash, gets upended, picks up 4 to the 31-yard line. Colton Jones got him to the grass. Clock winding under 4 minutes, 10 seconds to play third quarter. Tri-County 38, Leake Rebels 12. Warren and Wilkerson and Palokas split to the left. Page, lone receiver, right. Adcock gets the right hip of his quarterback. 3-man front. Quick pass to Palokas. He gets about 4, maybe 5. They'll set it down at the 36-yard line. Leake has third and about a yard and a half.
You need about a yard here.
So Leake here trying to dink and dunk their way upfield. That's an effective way to move the ball. It's just hard when the clock's under 3.5 minutes to play third quarter. Keeper on the snap, Wilcox tried to go outside and then just got pushed sideways. The defensive front for Tri-County just broke through and tackled him for a loss back to the 33. Now it's fourth down.
And there was a little bit of opening there in the B gap, but he was headed for the C, as it looked like with the direction he was running. But looks like he stumbled over Adcock.
4th and 4, and a hard count brings Tri-County offside, and that'll hand Leake a first down. So the Rebels get a break right there. They'll take every break they can get.
And haven't had to mention this since early on because Tri-County really hasn't made that many mistakes, but this is where the Rebels have to capitalize on Tri-County's mistakes.
Trips to the right. Looking in that direction. Throw at the 45 off the hands of Easton Page, and tight coverage there from Tri-County. You have to be impressed with the physicality of their defensive backs tonight.
Oh, yeah, they've been playing hard. They've been playing like strong safeties. Each of them have been hitting hard and not afraid to get all up in your grill.
Again, one receiver left, 3 to the right, 2nd and 10. Wilcox with a good pocket around him. Up deep left side, receiver behind the defender. They've got it complete to Easton Page, and he's up the far sideline. But there's a flag back at the 30, back where the pass was thrown. So hang on. It's going to be holding against the Rebels, so it's coming back. Just when you think you've gotten yourself a break, things blow up in your face. That's kind of the way it's been tonight for LA.
Yeah, and that's a heartbreaker for the Rebels. You know. Had a chance there to make this back to a 3-possession game, and just penalties hurt you. That's one that just hurts if you're a Rebel fan.
2:21 to play in the third quarter, presented by Westside Body Shop. The penalty yardage brings the football back to the 29-yard line. So second down and about 19. Should be 20. I think they misadded a little bit. Here's Wilcox, chased to the right by the pressure. will run and tiptoe out of bounds far side after a short gain. 33-yard line, a pickup of 4. 3rd down and long.
And you just have to take a shot here. Expect those defensive backs to trickle a little bit behind, because on these long yardage situation, that's what the defensive backs have seen to do. Just that free safety, especially Johnson, has liked to stay behind the pass as much as he can. So he's backing up right now.
3rd and 16. Wilcox to throw over the middle. Pass off the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete, intended for Wright Palokas. Throwing to him along the 45, hoping he could reel that one in and then fight a couple of more yards up for the first down, but it falls incomplete, and Leake brings out the punt team. So the 3 drives this half for LA have ended interception, punt, and an apparent punt attempt here. Just over 2 minutes to play in the 3rd. High snap, running out to his left, able to try to punt it away, and then it just shanks off the outside of his foot. It goes out of bounds short of the 40-yard line. That's about the last thing the Rebels needed right there, was to give Tri-County a short field, but the difficulty with the snap and then with the punt, Jack Johnston tried to make the best of a bad situation, rolling out to his left and trying to punt it on the run under pressure.
Yeah, I mean, when it rains, it pours, Phillip. You know, it's just things just not going the Rebels' way tonight. And
so with 1:58 to play in the 3rd, Tri-County takes over at the Rebel 38. Out of the shotgun, Johnson hands off to Hayden Hunt. He plunges straight ahead for 3, tackled the 35 by Jack Johnston. If you Tri-County right now, you can work that play clock and just keep leaning on this Rebel defense. Hayden carries, gets the first down past the 30, and Joshua Gray knocks him off his sticks at the 27. That's a gain of 7, 8 yards, and another Tri-County first down with under 90 seconds to play in the 3rd. Rebels put 4 men down on the defensive line. Fake handoff, keeper flag is down as Cooper Johnson able to still drag defenders inside the 15, inside the 10. I thought I saw a flag come out. I guess I was mistaken. That may have just been a divot flying through the air. Yeah, that's going to be a big run into the Performance Therapy red zone, 1st and goal now for Tri-County at the 8. I would have sworn the umpire threw the flag.
I mean, I saw it too, so maybe we're both hallucinating. Oh, there's a little bird flying around. Has a yellow tint to it, depending on the lighting, I guess.
For more birding tips, follow Cooper Sanders on Twitter. Here's handoff right side inside the 5. Tumbling down to the 2 goes Cade Hunt. Rebels upend him 2 yards short of the goal line, under 30 seconds to go in quarter number 3, and Tri-County's going to let it tick down. We'll switch ends and play the final 12 minutes. Tri-County 38, Leake 12 after 3. We'll return as Leake Academy football continues.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
Moore's Pharmacy in Carthage, Sebastopol, and Walnut Grove appreciate you, their customers. We have a beautiful selection of gifts with free gift wrapping. We are one of the only pharmacies around to offer compounding and women's hormone replacement therapy. Moore's Pharmacy accepts all insurance, including Medicaid. Our 2-lane drive-through and prescription synchronization will make your visit very convenient. Come see us. We have the shortest wait time in town and a professional staff to assist you. Moore's Pharmacy, Highway 16, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
It's from Flora, 2nd and goal at the 2 for Tri-County, trying to expand their lead. It's the Rebel defense that's taking a lot of punches. They're on their heels right now. Goal line set, snap back to Johnson. He goes straight ahead, and he's in the end zone for 6 more for Tri-County. It is 44-12 with a 2-point conversion attempt pending. Second time tonight they've scored on the first play of a quarter. Cooper Johnson has run 2 in for touchdowns. Getting that shotgun set, give it to Cade Hunt. He'll head off the right side but be stopped at the 1. Good job by the Rebels stiffening up there. It's 44-12 with 11:55 to play. We'll be back with a kickoff.
Dr. Ryan Anderson and his crew at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic love getting to know you and your pet. In addition to your pet's health care, they offer boarding that will be your fur baby's home away from home. Become a member of the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic family today. Download the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic app or go to centralmississippianimalclinic.com. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, Highway 35, Carthage.
Baptist League Rural Health Clinics have a variety of healthcare options with primary care, pediatrics, and women's health. Providing care at 3 locations in Carthage, Walnut Grove, and Madden. Call 601-267-1470 today to schedule your appointment. Extended hours and Saturdays are available at our primary care clinic located in Carthage. Baptist League, making your health care our #1 priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
Riles Wilkerson takes a little pooch kick along the numbers near side for a fair catch at about the 35-yard line. 11:55 to go. Fourth quarter is presented by your friends at the Neshoba County Co-op. And it's Tri-County 44, your Leake Academy Rebels 12. Playing for some pride here in the fourth quarter, down 32 points. Getting close to a running clock situation if there were one more touchdown here or a field goal by the home team. Of course, they don't do place kicks, so they'd have to score a touchdown, but getting ahead of ourselves. Belt high snap on first down. Wilcox in trouble, trying to scramble out of the pocket. Gets hit from behind, fighting off a defender. Throwing from, as he was about 3/4 of the way to the ground, incomplete in the vicinity of Riles Wilkerson. They're going to say he was sacked. He said he would already touch the ground. Yeah, they're going to call it a sack back at the 26-yard line. Second time that George Wilcox has been sacked, but Coop, that's not far from the second time that he's been harassed in the pocket.
Yeah, oh no, if I was spotting like I do at Scuba on Thursday nights, I'd be calling a hurry on almost every single play that he's thrown the ball.
2nd and 20, loss of 10. Short throw for a positive gain to Gage Warren. He moves up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 7, 3rd down and 13. Looks at the defense, snap into the pocket, lots of time, throw deep up the right side. Easton Page getting some separation, but the ball's about a yard or two out in front of him at the 25, incomplete. up the right sideline. They tried to get that long connection again, but couldn't make it.
Yeah, they're going deep and just a little, like you said, just a yard or two out in front of them and a yard or two just out a little bit to the right on that sideline. It's a tough throw to make, but
so
really
Leake
needed it.
With 4th and about 13, keeps the offense out there. Wilcox setting to throw. Throw left side going to be way too long, but lots of contact, grabbing a hold of Easton Page in front of the Tri-County bench, and the Hankies come out, so it'll be 15-yard penalty and a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down for L.A.
There's going to be some laundry on the field definitely with that one, as it looks like both defenders had an arm on them, and Page just couldn't get away from him to go get the ball.
Ball walked up to the 49 in Leake territory, 10:32 to play. Up the middle, room to run for Adcock. He kind of goes low, gets tripped up right at the line to gain for the first down. 10-yard gain, move the chains.
Yeah, that's what you need if you're the Rebels, just right here, get the ball up the field, get a score and narrow this gap a little bit, and then take care of what you have to take care of from that point.
Line of scrimmage now at the Tri-County 41. Leak to the line quickly. Give this time John David Gill. He's going to find 3, perhaps 4. Close to the 37. Be 2nd and 6 for the Rebels. As 31, Caden Walker got him down. One receiver left, 3 to the right from the left hash. Play action, throw, wide open is Palokas at the 30. He turns upfield and gets grabbed around the foot at the 25, and the Rebels move the sticks once again with the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down. In fact, we'll call it right between the 24 and 25. 25 is good enough right now. To the left, single receiver right. Throw again, Palokas. Ball came into his belly, but then at the same time, Cooper Johnson came crashing in and knocked the ball away from him, incomplete.
Yeah, Johnson hit him hard, laid the wood, and knocked the ball down to the ground to make an incomplete pass. He never had possession.
Right, Palokas limps off the field. Rebels bring Henley Jenkins in at wide receiver into the slot on the left side. Shoulder fake, now rolling out to the right. Throwing to Easton Page, complete at the 14-yard line. Good job going to the ground to get it and keeping it off the turf. That's another first down for the Rebels.
Yeah, nice roll out there as he kind of got hit in the shoulder as players were crashing in. Still able to get to their office. He kind of spikes it to the ground to where only Easton Page can get it, and Easton Page does get it to make the catch.
LA moves into the performance therapy red zone at the 14. From the right hash, 3 wide receivers out to the wide left. Looking right, now back to the left. Throws it to Warren. He had to go high to get it, and trailing him and making sure he didn't reel it in was Colton Jones, who's made a whole lot of plays defensively for Tri-County tonight.
He was coming in for that screen, and just the pass a little too late, I'd say, with the height on it, as
Yeah, that's when you want to hit your wide receiver in stride. He had to go up high to get it, and that allowed the defender to close on him, separate him from the ball. Wilcox calls for the snap. Belt tie, looking for the end zone, lobs it up, but incomplete, intended for Easton Page. Trying to put it over Page. Had gotten a little separation from John Hudson Bates, but could not catch up to that one. Incomplete, 3rd and 10. Gill exits. Adcock enters the game for Leake. Rouse Wilkerson out into the game at wide receiver for L.A., along with Henley Jenkins, Gage Warren, and Easton Page. Rebels need to get it to the 4 to keep the chains moving and get a 1st and goal. First timeout, Tri-County with 8:43 to play, and the Rebels trailing 44-12 will return.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
When it comes to finding the perfect home, experience matters. Lee Realty is connecting buyers with quality new construction homes tailored to their needs. Hey, it's Stacey O'Neill with Lee Realty. Whether you're starting fresh or upgrading, our team will guide you every step of the way, making the process simple, smooth, and stress-free. Ready to get started? Give us a call today.
We don't want everyone's business, just yours. Lee Realty, 206 West Pickkins Street, Philadelphia, 601-562-7123.
Boswell Media Sports.
Rebels have 3rd and 10 from the Tri-County 14. Snap back to Wilcox. Pressure coming. They throw the screen. Adcock moves out to the left. Hash outside of the numbers 5 and gets to the corner of the end zone. That's 6 for the Rebels.
Yeah, that's what you needed. You know, they hit the screen pass in stride this time. Adcock caught it on the move. He turned the corner, got the space he needed to get into the end zone. That's how the Rebel offense has been rolling all season, and that's what they needed to do tonight.
Rebel touchdowns presented by Weaver Tax and Accounting. Offense staying out there for a 2-point attempt. The score 44-18. They want to make it 44-20 and get within 3 scores. Looking over the middle, lobbing it toward the back of the end zone, but incomplete. Pelokas was the intended receiver, but Wilcox was under pressure and had to unload it.
Yeah, that's going to keep it at a 4-score game. It's like that's the play that they've ran a lot, and they've always wanted Adcock on that wheel route over there to the corner of the end zone. Didn't have him. Tri-County had it covered, so that was shut down there.
14 yards on the connection from QB1 to Garrett Adcock has made it 44-18 with 8:33 to go in the final quarter. Fourth quarter presented by the Neshoba County Co-op. So the Rebels will symbol kick it off. We'll stay here. I've been watching it. The officials on the kickoffs have never given us more than 45 of the 60 seconds that we're supposed to get in between.
Really?
You and I have not been flapping our gums and wasting time. It has been a short clock. Somebody wants to get back and, I guess, catch the end of that World Series Game 1 or something. Jackson Prep has defeated Silliman down in Clinton, Louisiana, 52-6 final from the 4A ranks. Jack Johnston setting it up. Joey Saki has done the kicks so far, and Saki is out there. We'll see who kicks it. It will be Jack. Expect an onside kick here, and Tri-County adjusts. Looks like they're going to slide it, onside kick over to the left. Kicks it. Ball bouncing around. Loose, but then grabbed by Tri-County at the Leake 48 with 8:33 to play.
There was absolutely nobody on this near side. You know, they were all bunched up over there, and they had a man back on the right side. But there was nobody on this far side past the defense or past the return unit or hands team, I'll say. But it is going to be a recovery for Tri-County.
With the clock hit 0, we'll bring you a brief Woodstock Furniture postgame. Tri-County leading 44-18, takes over at the Rebel 49. Handoff straight ahead. Hunt gets to the second level, and boy, a kind of lick that makes somebody's teeth come loose as number 12 for Tri-County collided with number 12 for Leake, Joshua Gray. Stops him after an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, that one will hurt. That will hurt both of you.
That made my teeth hurt.
Yeah.
2nd and 2. Give to the outside. Keeper for the quarterback, Cooper Johnson, the dual threat quarterback, able to rumble down inside the 35, and Carter Pigg upends him at the 34. That's first down for Tri-County. Under 8 minutes to play.
Yeah, they're running hard, and they're just continuing to do what they've done all night. For all 4 quarters, they've done the same thing, and that's how you stay disciplined, is that even when you have these big leads, you just got to keep doing what you've been doing all night so you can stay at perfecting that.
The Rebels make the play on first down as Gavin Gamillion really got good penetration in the backfield, tripped up Hayden Hunt. He falls forward to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10, no gain. Rebels have Dillard, Walsworth, Saki, and Monk out there on the D-line. Linebackers Johnston, Pigg, Kemp, Gamillion. Joshua Gray up at safety. Austin Sweeney, cornerback. Handoff up the middle to Hunt for 3. Joshua Gray made the finishing blow. Didn't see who started it out. Saki leaves, and Alan Olivo returns for LA on the D-line with 3rd and 6 coming up. Will Garner left in the 3rd quarter with an injury to his leg. Of course, we don't know what that injury is. 3rd and 6. Straight ahead. Hayden Hunt to the 26. That's going to be short of the first down, 4th and 2.
And the Rebels have a chance here to get the ball back if they can just make a stop.
Looked like Talon Dillard and Gavin Gamillion teaming up for the stop. 4th and 2. 6:03, 6:02, 6:01, 6 minutes to play. Off the left hash, 4th and 2 for Tri-County, moving right to left. Keeper Johnson is hitting the backfield, driven back, and the Rebels have turned them back on downs at the 27.
Jack Johnston getting back there to make a huge hit that stops the momentum completely, allowing his teammates to come finish the job. And they get a stop. Leake Academy Rebels really needed that stop there.
LA offense takes over with 5:49 to play, but big deficit, 44-18. 26 points separating these teams.
And that's the thing. With this deficit, if you do anything, you got to do it fast. You have to take deep shots. You have to really just take a gamble here.
Trio of receivers to the left, one to the right. Adcock at the left hip of Wilcox. He looks, fires to his outside receiver, Gage Warren, trying to get around defenders. Gets around a couple, but then a lot of Navy shirts team up on him after a gain of 9, maybe 10. Let's see what they say. Is it a first down or is it not? It's going to be right at the line.
It's going to be close. They are going to mark it a first down, but the chains are now moving.
Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down after a long pause from the officiating crew. The clock starts moving again, under 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Now the trips are out to the right. Warren out there, split alone to the left. Handoff, Adcock. He slips in the backfield and goes down, trying to make a cut toward daylight in the middle of the field, but he loses 2.
Yeah, he usually does a good job of cutting when there's holes open in the offensive line, but that time he just loses his footing. That's not the first time that the Rebels have lost their footing on this field tonight.
Now they'll put 2 receivers to each side, 2nd and 12. George Wilcox throwing over the middle. Riles Wilkerson had it, hands on it, on the logo. It turned upfield, and then the ball got away from him.
Yeah, and he had space, too. He just couldn't bring that one down, had an open field ahead of him.
It's going to hurt this Rebel ball club to look back at drops, missed passes. There were a lot of plays that were out there. We just left a lot on the table tonight.
Yeah, just a lot of missed opportunities and missed opportunities to capitalize on mistakes, and a lot of misses tonight.
3rd and 12. Looking to his right, putting the ball up in the air. Coming back on it is Easton Page, going down hard, but they say he did not catch it at the 46. It's incomplete, 4th and 12 for L.A.
And Page thought he caught it there. You know, he was trying to negotiate with the official there, but just didn't get the call he wanted.
4:33 left, and the Rebel offense has no option really here but to try to get that 12 yards. They got to reach their own 47. 4th down attempt. 3 wide receivers to the short side, this time to the left. Looking in that direction is Wilcox. Now back over the middle. Throw off the hands of Page, and he was bothered by Landon Patridge, the sophomore DB. Broke that pass up at midfield, and Tri-County takes over on downs.
Yeah, just another missed opportunity there, you know. Of course, it's late in the game, but it's still an opportunity that's on the table, and the Rebels didn't capitalize on it. Just Page didn't look like he was quite ready for that pass. He might not have been expecting it with his coverage, but Tri-County with the ball again.
From the Leake 35. Carry for Hunt to the 30. He gets 5 on 1st down. Carter Pigg and Austin Swinney took him down. Carter Pigg's had quite a few tackles tonight. I have him as the leading tackler. My stats are not something I'd swear to in a court of law, but
the unofficial stats.
The unofficial stats. Tri-County letting that play clock drip under 10. 3:48 to go as they come to the line of scrimmage. Again, Hayden Hunt. Nobody's going to need to rock him to sleep tonight as many times as he's carried and gone into the middle of the line. He gets a couple of more inside the 30 to about the 28, 3rd and 3.
He's taking some hits tonight. He's definitely just been knocked around, which not knocked around as much because he's had a lot of space as well.
Yep, those sore muscles and bruises feel a lot better when you've made it to the end zone 3 times like he has tonight.
He's been knocked around enough to maybe need some Tylenol tonight.
Use only as directed. Yes. 3rd down and 4. Cade Hunt trying to get to the outside, but good play by Brennan Evans. Great tackle. Wrapped him up around the thighs and just drove him down. Good open field play for a loss of a yard on the play, and it's 4th and 5 from the 30. Tri-County, this down in distance, going to keep their offense on the field. Get down toward 2.5 minutes to play. It'll be about 2:20 on the clock. If they want to run a play, they may let it come down all the way and use a timeout. They've got 2 Lee Realty timeouts if they want, and they get to the line with 6 on the play clock. Snap, keeper Johnson breaks one arm tackle, getting to the outside, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he'll outrun the pursuit into the end zone for another Tri-County touchdown, and they have hit half 100.
Yeah, it's usually not a good night when you get 50 hung on you, and just one that's going to hurt. You just got to take it to the chin.
.30 yards on the run. Out to the left sideline. 2:09 to play, and then they'll try to convert 2 more. The Rebels stopped them last time. They tried to run it in. They give it to Cade Hunt. He's able to sweep out to the left side, get around the Rebel pursuit, and get into the end zone for 2 more, and it's 52-18 with 2:09 to play. We'll be back.
Navigate your way to Carthage Collision Center. Easy to find right on Highway 16 in Carthage. Our professionals offer exceptional repair services, getting you back on the road in no time. Experience unparalleled customer service coupled with cutting-edge technology. Call us 601-267-4727. Make a turn towards peace of mind with Carthage Collision Center, where quality meets reliability.
When memories matter most, trust Wilcox Funeral Home to honor your loved one's legacy with compassion and dignity. Our caring team walks with you every step of the way, providing comfort and support during life's most difficult moments. From personalized services to attentive planning, Wilcox Funeral Home is your partner in remembrance and healing. Celebrate a life well lived, because every story deserves to be told, cherished, and never forgotten. Wilcox Funeral Home. Our family, serving your family for 90 years now. Jordan Street, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Tri-County kickoff. Fair catch made at the 30-yard line by Riles Wilkerson. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left in the Neshoba County Co-op fourth quarter. Tri-County winning big 52-18. Our scoreboard and stats summary, drive summaries presented by Wilcox Funeral Home.
And Tri-County very much so now in the driver's seat in Division I.
Expect the power points to add up and put Tri-County at number 1. It'll be interesting to see if Leake's at 2 or Columbia is at 2. Columbia's last 2 games are against teams with bad records, so their wins that they're likely to get aren't going to boost them a lot. Throw on first down. Into the hands of Palokas, turned upfield, and then he dropped the ball.
And, explain PowerPoints to me. Have tried a little bit. What does this do to Leake? Does it just not add any, or does it take some away?
That I can't tell you the math. I'm just guessing. I haven't put a calculator to it, but here's a second down play. Handoff, Adcock gets to the 40, stood up and driven back at the 41. But he'll get a first down, 11 yards.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be close.
Excuse me, that was John David Gill, not Adcock. 1:52 to play, but playing a team of this caliber with this kind of record and this kind of resume as Tri-County is not going to hurt the Rebels a ton in the PowerPoints. Throw, diving in Tri-County territory, and coming up with it is Wright Palokas. Good to see him make that catch at the 46, and that's another Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down with 95 ticks left on the clock. Rebels move with all deliberate speed. Maybe a hot route called here, but handoff to Gill. He's got room to run right side, breaks one tackle, and cuts back to the inside before he's taken off his sticks at the 39, a pickup of 8, maybe 9 yards on the play. Call it 2nd and 1. Gill takes the handoff on 2nd and short. Into the secondary, bumped down hard as he crosses the 30. He gets 9 more. He'll move the chains. Clock stops with 1:02 left. Remember the Woodstock Furniture postgame coming up. From the 30. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Wilcox drops back to throw, looks left, comes back to his right. Throw just off the mark into the near sideline. Easton Page got it on his fingertips. He was covered out there by Landon Patridge.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get the ball where it needed to be. It was just a little bit too outside. Page couldn't reach for it.
Second and 10. John David Gill off the right side inside the 20, spun down at the 15. Gain of 15 for John David on that play. Patridge got him down, but that's another first down. The Rebels are back in the performance therapy red zone with 40 seconds to play, and they get to the line in a hurry. Hand it off again to Gill. Looks left, comes back right. Patridge hits him, drops him at the 11-yard line after a pickup of 4. Rebels want to run as many plays as they can here. Under 23 seconds. Looking to his left. Wilcox throw into the corner. 50-50 ball pulled down and intercepted in the end zone by Nolan Nance. By Hunter Hildebrand. That will put an exclamation point on it for Tri-County. They'll run out the clock with 12 seconds left, and they're going to have a 52-18 win.
This is just a tough one for the Rebels. And this is a game that you'll learn a lot from. You know, you'll have an opportunity to learn from your mistakes because there were some made in this game. You know, you go back, watch film, and you'll be able to see how you can improve for the next game moving forward.
There's the knee. There's the win for Tri-County. They win it 52-18 over Leake in this Week 9 contest. We'll be back after a break with a short Woodstock Furniture postgame as Leake Academy football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplement. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280 on the north side of the square in Carthage.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Dr. Ryan Anderson and his crew at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic love getting to know you and your pets. In addition to your pet's health care, they offer boarding that will be your fur baby's home away from home. Become a member of the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic family today. Download the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic app or go to centralmississippianimalclinic.com. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, Highway 35, Carthage.
Build your barn with Ozark Ag from the ground up. Expanding your poultry operation is simple and fast when you turn to the poultry pros that you'll find at Ozark Ag. They're your go-to partner for poultry barn construction. So let's check that checklist, shall we? Full service design and build? Check. Equipment installation? Check, check. And service that lasts long after the barn is finished? Check, check, check. And by the way, this just build strong together. Call or go by to get started. Ozark Ag, Highway 16, Carthage.
Philadelphia Gun and Pine, the original since 1974.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn reminds you, size matters.
Which is why they have the largest collection of firearms your eyes have ever seen.
They carry a huge selection of Liberty and Browning safes in stock, and delivery is available.
Save 25% off select used firearms while you can.
Always giving you more bang for your buck.
Visit Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, 910 Posey Avenue in Philadelphia.
The original Philadelphia Gun and Pine.
Navigate your way to Carthage Collision Center. Easy to find, right on Highway 16 in Carthage. Our professionals offer exceptional repair services, getting you back on the road in no time. Experience unparalleled customer service coupled with cutting-edge technology. Call us 601-267-4727. Make a turn towards peace of mind with Carthage Collision Center, where quality meets reliability.
Moore's Pharmacy in Carthage, Sebastopol, and Walnut Grove appreciate you, their customers. We have a beautiful selection of gifts with free gift wrapping. We are one of the only pharmacies around to offer compounding and women's hormone replacement therapy. Moore's Pharmacy accepts all insurance, including Medicaid. Our 2-lane drive-through and prescription synchronization will make your visit very convenient. Come see us. We have the shortest wait time in town and a professional staff to assist you. Moore's Pharmacy, Highway 16, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Well, number 1 and number 2 in MAIS 3A met tonight at Joe Costello Stadium in Flora, and it was a blowout. Tri-County 52, Leake 18 in this Week 9 contest. Leake is now 7-2 on the year and 1-1 in District 2 of MAIS 3A. And the Tri-County Rebels are now 8-1 and 2-0. They've got a date across the Riverfield next week, and Leake returns home to play Central Heights. This is the Woodstock Furniture Postgame. I'm Philip Palmertree. We've got Coop Sanders with us. And Coop, this was just a game that was 6-6 after one quarter. Mm-hmm. But Tri-County started getting in their groove, running the ball, getting big gains, getting those 5, 6, 7, 8-yard gains on the ground, and putting the Rebels on their heels. And then I think where things really turned was on that little you can't call it an onside kick. It wasn't that, but the little very short pooch kick that they were able to recover after a touchdown, get themselves a short field, pop it down the field, and all of a sudden they were starting to put some distance between themselves and L.A.
Oh, yeah. Once they had the distance and once the Rebels really seemed like they knew there was a distance, that's when Tri-County started to attack even more. I mean, they really just – once they had that gap, they didn't hold off. They didn't slow down. That's when they pressed on the gas even more.
Yeah, and that's something you have to respect about them. They kind of use an overused metaphor. They smelled the blood in the water.
Yeah.
And they just really started going after Leake then, and Leake couldn't score in the third quarter, the time when you hoped Leake could come out of the locker room, take that second half kickoff, drive down. They were trailing 30-12 at that point, but you feel like if you score a touchdown there, it's game on and things back. You can kind of get your legs back under you, but Tri-County didn't let that happen.
No, they didn't. They, like an overused word here, I would say they just attacked. I mean, they saw something that they wanted to do, and you know what they did? They did it. I mean,
they found a way to do it. Yeah, but you've got to think, as you said earlier, this probably not the last time we're going to see these two teams as playoffs take shape. It'll all be official 7 days from now when we get done and the PowerPoints get added up. We'll know that 4-team playoff lineup. If Leake takes care of business and beats the Central Hines Cougars next week, Leake should be in that top 4 regardless of this outcome tonight. The margin of victory matters only up to a point in PowerPoints. I forgot to look if it's 26 or 29 points, something like that. Anything you go in excess of that doesn't really add to your favor if you're the victor. But like you said, we saw a Tri-County ball club tonight that had a great game plan. They did what they've done all year. They did it effectively. They didn't play a perfect game. They had penalties. They made some mistakes, but Leake really didn't cash in many of those opportunities, left some plays out there on the field that probably could have gotten them some big yards.
And, going back, I want to talk about the Simpson game. That was a game, what really helped, that was the closest game besides this one that the Rebels played in. What helped the Rebels to get the edge over Simpson is that when Simpson made mistakes, which they did not make that many, the Rebels capitalized. The Rebels didn't capitalize on the mistakes they needed to capitalize on tonight.
But rough night for the Rebel passing game, under 50% completion rate for George Wilcox. He was rushed in the pocket in a way he has not been, even going back to that JA game. Rebels protected George in that game better than they did tonight against this pass rush from Tri-County. And receivers didn't help him out at some critical times as well. Just some balls that went off some receivers' hands, and it wasn't just one. It was pretty much everybody.
Yeah. And I think what it really comes down to, it comes down to the headspace you're in. Wilcox isn't used to being rushed as much as he was tonight. He's used to getting a few seconds to chill in the pocket and then throw it as hard as he can downfield to Gage Warner, Easton Page, or Caden Stovall, and one of them just going to get the ball. Tonight he had to create space, which took more time away. Then those receivers have more distance, which give the defensive backs more of an edge because throws are harder to make in that situation. Receivers, they're getting a lot more coverage than they have. They're having defenders closer to them than they have this season, and there's a lot more pressure on you.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say, just in analysis of this game, I was impressed with the defensive backs for Tri-County. I had been told in some scouting that maybe that was a weakness that LA could exploit, but those young men played a physical ball game, a lot of man coverage against the Rebels, and knocked some passes away, bothered receivers on their routes, and did an outstanding job. Those guys deserve some helmet stickers, too, for Tri-County.
Oh, yeah, they played well. And on senior night, too, it's a night that you want to play well on. A night that can sometimes be an emotional night. Sometimes it can be a night that you're not always in the right headspace. I remember my senior night. I know that we weren't, but they were in the right headspace on senior night tonight.
Well, that'll do it for us in Flora. We'll wrap it up. We appreciate Billy Steen and his work in the studio, Brooklyn Wade behind the action camera. We appreciate our producer, director, the award-winning Breck Riley. And we'll get the Rebels, get some things corrected, go into a Week 9 ball game at home for the final regular season game, and see if we can't wrap up a successful 8-2 season and look to the playoffs. And still got that championship trophy out in front of you. All the goals you've got are still there.
Yeah.
So hope you can learn from this one and move on, and that's what I know Coach Pickkins and his staff will work with these young men to do. Thanks for sticking with us tonight and persevering as we tried to persevere under some less than ideal conditions in different ways. But glad to bring you this one for Cooper Sanders, for our entire Boswell Media staff, with appreciation to our sponsors. I'm Philip Palmertree signing off from Flora, where Tri-County defeats Leake 52-18. We'll be back on the 488 next week, Lord willing. Until then, good night, grace and peace. Go Rebels!